Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered! You covered 12! I covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
It is the day known as Roll Call Friday. What is up, boys and girls? Welcome into another episode, the Friday episode of the Bostonian versus the book. Dave Sharapan, Matt Perrault, and the return of an old friend.
Oh, boy.
Mr. Dubsy, trapezoid himself.
Better show.
It's
leg day today.
It's leg day.
Yeah.
On the docket scheduled. Now, we can't control whether he shows up or not, but
we'll control it.
Okay.
I'm going to LA. If he don't come, I'm going to LA.
All right.
Well,
Here we go. Dubsy, you better show up. So he, at some point today, will pop in to have a conversation about whatever the hell he wants to talk about. Horse racing. He's a horse guy for FanDuel TV. We'll get him on the program, and Dave is not, but Dubsy is. So we'll get him on the show, NFL, college, whatever he wants to talk about coming up for today on a Roll Call Friday. So if you are new to the program, watching it on replay, this doesn't apply to you. If you're live in the YouTube chat, we got some new toys. We got polls. We got poll questions.
Polls.
Polls.
Oh, I thought you meant POLES. I thought you started a new,
not POLE, not an E, POLLS, no E.
Double L. POLLS.
HE double hockey stick. Yes, going into that. So we got those for you guys today in the live chat. But if you guys want Dave to read your location and handle, that is what Roll Call Friday is. So you guys will have a chance to do that in an hour and 15 minutes or so. We'll have that. We'll run through all of you guys, see how many states, countries we can name, list, repeat, whatever, coming up here for today for Roll Call Friday. So that's how we do it in about an hour and 15 minutes. At some point in between now and then, Dubsy should make an appearance here on the Bostonian versus book. How are you, sir, on this Friday? A lot of football to talk about today.
Holy crap. I'm beyond fired up. My favorite thing about today happened this morning already on the radio. Talked to my guy. I got a direct line to the guy. Oh, I can't wait to say what I'm doing tomorrow night. Anybody
are you really going in tomorrow night? Are you finally going to make it happen?
Already done, sir.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Already done. I can't wait. You know what I'm going to deliver him to? One of these.
No, you're going to give DJ Thump a BVB custom.
Damn right he is. Damn right, BVB custom.
Is he going to wear it?
What?
Is he going to wear it?
I don't care if he wears it. I don't care if he puts it up somewhere. I don't care if he gives it away. But he's getting it personally hand-delivered, and somebody has to find out who his favorite football team is, too, because I'm going to get him a deuce. He gets a 2-team parlay of hats. He's going to know me as the hat guy, Dave.
Well, you are known as the hat guy.
So I keep calling and talking into this guy. That'll be my favorite thing about today, which we do at the end of the show. At the beginning of the show, first thing we do on the live show here on YouTube is come in, hit the like button. Please. That's all I'm asking you to do. Hit the like button. We've got subscribers. What are you hooing about? You sound like an owl.
Massive news.
What happened?
Holy mother.
What happened?
Joe Burrow out for the year.
We knew that. I mean, he was hurt last night. That was
bad.
He's
out for the year.
Yeah, done.
Officially out for the year.
Done. See ya.
It was a sprained wrist.
No, bro. That was bad. He knew it was bad. Done. See you later. Joe B, top of the show. Joe, well, he'll have time. He can listen and watch the show too, which is available here on the Twitter, like Perrault said, on the replay, on Sports Grid, on the replay on SiriusXM at 10 o'clock Pacific, 1 o'clock Eastern, in which case they were still trying to do practice at the F1 race last night, and they didn't even get that done because of the manhole covers. So we'll get to that. Audio podcast, wherever you find it, audio podcast, it's available. Boston versus the book at Boston versus the book on the YouTube channel. The show is called Bostonian versus the book, which is right above us. And it's Friday. So let's just start off the chat for the new people that haven't seen it. Put the city where you're watching from right now. Just the city name. That's it. We'll get to the roll call and the digits in exactly 1 hour and 15 minutes from now. Dubsy's supposed to come. I'm looking for him. And them other people that are looking for us, don't do it. Don't do it. If you come, listen, if you come and you swing, make sure you hit.
Ooh.
Make sure you hit. Like, seriously. Like, as you can put all them burners at us. You can keep coming. We really appreciate
you all of a sudden have burners. Like, all of a sudden, I said that on Twitter last night. It was like, people with burners at me is normal. That's just par for the course. Yes, people with burners at you. Like, what's like, are you serious? You're going after Dave? Like, I was like, what? Like, how fucked up are you? Like, what is that? Like, really? Like, you want to come at me? I'm fair game. I make myself available, so you could take your shot. You? Like, I was like, last night I was going like, wait. What? This is wild. I had to jump in going like, really? Like,
that's okay.
Whoa.
We got Director of Security, Mikey Awesome. The other Director of Security, Stevie Mack, capital M, capital K. Chef Benny got involved, did a little shuck and jive. Claire Check, I'm afraid to unleash Claire Check on the people. Right. JPC the fourth, 313. You're gonna come at people that are positive and enjoy coming in here with us. Don't come.
Right.
Swipe right. We don't need you. We don't want you.
Right.
It's fine. But if you like the show, come in and be an asset, not a liability.
But I told you this before. I've told you this before.
What?
The bigger the show gets, the larger the hater group will become. And that is completely okay. It's completely okay. But that's what's going to happen. The more the show gets successful, the more haters come in. Because when you level up, the miserable show yourself. Damn. They show themselves for what they are, for who they are, and what they represent. So it's just going to happen. It's just, you're too positive. You know, you are whatever. Insert whatever negative adjective you want to use. And it's more on them than it's anything to do with you. Right.
And it's crazy because you don't understand it when you're young. You really take that personally. And as you get older, you know, you're on the back nine. I mean, and you're looking at, what's that saying? The windshield is this big and that rearview mirror is this big. Let's look forward. You got to look in that rearview mirror to know where you came from. Don't forget. But we're going forward. Always forward, never straight. That is, the kids told me that. I live it every day. We're going. We're here. You got new tools and toys. I watched the replay, which is just as fun as watching it live, except you can't interact because you see stuff in the chat and you're like,
oh no,
damn! I want to vote on that. Like I want to communicate with the chef or Gary Flights or Sonic, and you can't unless you get in here. So that's the exclusivity thing that we got right here. And again, we appreciate each and one of you.
Bonby said, Dave, I got my tarpon bucket off ready. Tell me who it was.
Oh, see, they don't know. They don't know. Like, if we regulate mount up and go, they don't know. It's fine.
I love that. That's great.
It's fine. Just do me a favor. All right, Will, I might unleash some expletives right now. Don't fucking miss. Don't miss. Just come on in, hang out. I think you'll like it. This has happened all my life. And now, with the benefit of reflection, the benefit of experience, and the benefit of age, and being around good people, this is all going the right direction. Our direction. We're driving. Get in. Listen, I'll sit back. I'll let you drive this show every damn day. And I love riding co-pilot.
But it's funny because it's like they're so obviously burner accounts that like it's one follower and 2 follows and you're one of them. Like it's just like, come on, man. Like you're just like, I have no problem with people taking shots. Go right ahead, but have the balls to put your face on it. Like have your balls to be real, be who you are. Don't be some, burner account that nobody, like there's no there's no blowback on you for saying these things anonymously. Like if you're going to say it, say it publicly, and let's, put names and faces, because we're putting our name and face on everything. So come
Every
on,
day,
say
right
what you
here.
say. Say what you want to say and say it to us, because we're going to say it back to you, signed and sealed with our names and likeness. What's yours?
Well,
So come on.
The better thing is, and again, I've learned this with time and reflection and age. I may not say a fucking word.
Yeah.
That's even better. You can talk all you want, and like Rainmaker Lou, Sweet Lou from the 412 just came in and said, hate away. They hate us because they ain't us. That's partially true, right?
True.
I like that. We'll put that on a t-shirt. Konowinski, Vinny Konowinski, he's been here from day one.
Yes.
We are rapidly approaching show number 500.
Correct.
500 shows we've done
before the end of the year.
Right. He said, how do you have any idea of where I'm going when you have no clue where I've been? Knowledge comes from this chat, and you guys got the same experience. Everybody's fighting and living their own lives, trying to make it every single day. You just blessed. You got 2 hours here with us, and the rest of the time doing your thing. We can't thank you enough for being here. That's the energy we're bringing today. So if you ain't ready, you better get ready, because we got an hour and 50 minutes or so of this shit, and we're going. Let's
buckle up, as the kids say. All right, so F1 last night went from bad to worse.
Oh boy.
Practice got halted 10 minutes in because of, this. A storm drain that was not tied down properly. That's not a very big hole, and that's not a very big piece of whatever that is, plastic, metal, whatever, but it literally blew up a car yesterday, 10 minutes into practice. These things are $15 million. So when you blow up an F1 car and you ruin it, they don't want it to be done in practice, because when it happens in practice, there's all sorts of problems with qualifying and backup cars and everything else that has to be put into place. And there were a lot of people on the strip last night who had paid big money, who saw a grand total of 10 minutes of the cars. And then they started back up again, I guess, last night at 2:30 in the morning to do a little more practice.
I tried my best to stay up. I was like, I'll watch the second thing at midnight. And I saw the first thing. Apparently this has happened before. They're going so fast that air that goes by apparently loosens the manhole cover.
Yep.
This is the science portion of the show.
But this is the problem, though, Dave.
What?
The city, we have never run these things before on these streets.
Right.
So that is just, it's bad luck, but it's also bad planning that we weren't prepared for that we weren't there. And there's a prevailing opinion like this. This F1 race is suddenly threatening to be one of the most overhyped failures of a live event in years. This was supposed to be a crown jewel transformative moment. The race hasn't even gotten off yet, and the brand damage on social media about weak demand and conditions is and that's what this is right now. Our friend Arash puts a video of a bar that should be jam-packed on a Thursday night on the strip. No one's in it. Not like the figurative no one. A literal no one is in the bar.
I saw a video this morning on Las Vegas Locally that I commented on, that at 1:30, they knew they were going to come back out and do this practice run at 2:30 or 2:45 in the morning.
Right.
They went in these places at 1:30 with the LVPD, the police, and said, all of you are out. You got to go. There's video. This guy said, hold on. They're going to come back. And the cops and the people that ran the joints were going, you all have to leave, because they didn't want to pay any of the workers overtime. And they had to close because they were supposed to be done by 2. Everybody was scheduled till 2. Nobody wanted to stay and work. So they said, you all got to go. You don't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. And they kicked them out. Wow. And I was like, you got to give these people the money back. They paid money to watch the practice. They didn't get to watch the practice. That's not anybody's fault specifically.
Up to $300, some of those places were charging.
Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.
Just for practice.
Yeah, practice. We're talking about practice, like Iverson used to say. Right? Practice.
Oh my gosh. F1 issued a statement last night after the manhole cover situation was basically like You paid your money. You got what you wanted. We're not refunding anything. like basically, if you were looking for refunds, all your food and beverage are going to be served. You're in the location. The cars were out there. We're just stopping practice because of a situation on the track. And well, yeah, you're not getting your money back. So
how about this? Johnny Parlay, JR33312, was out on the strip last night. Found a secret parking space.
Ooh.
2 of the 3 last nights. Way to go, Johnny.
Okay.
Lots of people out where he was. Lots of hot models. Good times, good times.
Oh, no, there were some events that went off well. I'm not saying it was a complete failure. Like everyone's going to come away pissed. There's
Right.
definitely people who had a good time last night. There's definitely people who had a very, high-end experience with F1 being in town. But we've got more bad weather in the forecast. And we've got drivers saying this. Max Verstappen, it's 99% show, 1% sport. I mean, these are public comments being made by the drivers. They're not happy about a variety of different things about what's going on here. And this is kind of how it got where, I don't know, we've been talking about the F1 problems in Vegas for the last 6 months. Everyone's talking about it across the country now. There's podcasts. Barstool Sports did a whole big thing. They put a whole video out, a whole edited video with different.
They didn't know about the traffic.
Yeah, they didn't know about the traffic. Like, I guess there's a lot of traffic going on in Vegas, and everyone's pissed. I'm like, yeah, you're a little late to the story here. We've been talking about this for 6 months.
Yeah.
But this is the problem, that this is now the narrative all around the race. Like, you can't change this in a day. The race is Saturday. You can't change the fact that everyone's going, wait, I was at the gym last night. No, sorry, I was in the elevator at Red Rock last night, going up to my car to go to the gym. And there was this couple there, and his wife, I'm assuming it was his wife, said to the guy, why is practice going off at 10, 11 o'clock at night? He's like, well,
drive at night.
He's like, the race is at 10 o'clock at night on Saturday. She goes, why the hell is the race at 10 o'clock at night on a Saturday? And he goes, well, it's for the TV over in Europe. And she goes, but it's here. What the hell? Why? Like,
West Coast bias. Listen, it's
West
going to
Coast
look
bias.
great.
It's going to be 1 a.m. on the East Coast. How's that? Wait, West Coast bias. That's
it's going to look great on TV.
Is it?
Oh, it's going to look amazing.
I don't know. I watched it. I was watching it. I did. I watched it. It looks neat. It doesn't look anything like. I don't know.
You're not
an
F1 guy.
I'm not. This is meant for.
Oh, you're frozen. With the hands. With the happy fingers. Look at him. Look at him.
This is.
Got it, Mikey? Mikey,
hold on.
Got that one. Come back, Jack. There you are.
This is meant for me, though. You're targeting the non-F1 person.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. This is clearly an
F1
not big enough.
Party. The F1 audience is not big enough for this to be an F1 show.
Care. You can tell they don't care about the audience.
This is
perception. This is for the sponsors and for the people with money. That's it.
Fine, I agree with
this
that.
Is not for the people.
I saw a shot from the beer garden by Paris, that beer garden.
Yeah.
People were paying $500 for open bar to be able to watch practice. There are literal barricades between them and the track. Like, you see like the top half of the car going by. Like, you can't see the cars.
You can hear the car going by.
Yeah, you can hear the cars. Sure. You can feel like you're around, but you don't actually see anything. And you're paying all of this money to be down there. You're freezing your ass off because it was cold last night.
Chilly.
It's going to be cold tonight. It's going to be cold on Saturday night when this thing goes on. There's still rain in the forecast.
No, there's not. I just looked at the forecast. There ain't no more rain. It's done.
You're positive about that. I saw this morning.
Sunny. Friday, today, sunny.
Where?
Saturday, sunny. Las Vegas, the whole city.
No. Where are you looking at that? What report are you getting out of that?
Weather app.
I'm getting it off the local weather report. Don't go off the weather app. Go off the local weather people. Okay. The local weather people.
We go. The weather people don't know shit either. Come on.
I take them over the weather app because they actually watch what's going on around the market, around the area as to what's going on. It's going to be cold.
Oh, it's going to be cold. Yeah. 45.
It's not going to be comfortable to be outside here. And look, the perception, whether they like it or not, the perception is that they are taking care of, like you said, the high big rollers. They're expecting a record handle for gambling. They've had more requests for markers than they've ever had.
Yeah.
billionaires and millionaires are all coming in for this race and they're all going to gamble their ass off here in Vegas,
Supposedly.
which is what they wanted.
Yeah.
Supposedly, which is what they wanted.
Right.
Okay. But they tried to convince it like this is for the city. This is great for us. This is great for the people. This is bring so much money to the local economy. It's all a lie. And people are not wanting this to come back. They have a 10-year lease, but there's no way of changing the on the ground perception here in Las Vegas that this thing sucks and that it's going to be a problem from here on out. Because again, I said it yesterday, it's 8 weeks after this weekend to get rid of this, to get the strip back to look a little bit like it did before. It'll never look the same because they destroyed things that were once big landmarks.
None of that matters. They're going to do their race and they're going to come and go, carpet bag it. See you later. I want to shout out Leighton Wilson. He's coming from the 3912 Somerville, Australia. He's going to bed because it's already tomorrow there. So he's going to bed. Hope you've had a great show, boys.
Thanks,
I will
man.
watch the replay a bit later on. Enjoy your night. He wanted to come in and see the Dubsy, but he can't, because they speak the same language, but he's dead tired. He's going to sleep. This is a really good point that I didn't even think about, but Clown MB3 said the city failed. When Detroit had Indy cars return to the city, they hired people to go weld the drains to prevent this. I know F1 is faster than Indy, but this is a known thing for city racing.
Fair. No.
How do you not know that then?
Because it's year one. I agree. I thought the same thing. I was like, this is just showing the ignorance of the city that we didn't know this was possible. Because the safety driver, I mean, you can watch the video. There's a video out of the safety car doing hot laps on the track. But because the cars go over those areas multiple times in a row, that's the issue. So one car goes, maybe it rattles. Two car goes, maybe it goes a little bit. Three cars in a row at 200 miles per hour go over this drain, whoop, pops it up, and then it goes and become a flying object and ripped apart a car. Destroyed it into a fireball. So this is just going from bad to worse, and I hope you're right. I hope on Saturday night I'm going, oh my God, this is amazing. This is so cool. But I'm going to put it at a minus 200 that when this thing is over, I'm popping champagne bottles saying, now get the fuck out of my city. And I'm going to be really happy when they're gone because it's not for me. That's fine. But I am completely done with everything to do with F1.
Who's trying to reach you right now?
I don't know. Just things. CBAW is tweeting at us and it popped on my phone. So it popped on my watch when he's tweeting something. He's sending me something, weather forecast or something he's sending me. I don't know what he sent me, but
Well, I'm glad that, we got people in town and they're like, hey, you want to come down Thursday? Nope. I'm like, no, I can't.
Thank you.
It's going to take way too long. Get in and out. I'm good.
Nope.
I got guys coming from high school, from grade school.
Really?
That we've turned on to the show. Pittsburgh guys, they got a really smoking deal and they're coming and they're staying at Caesars.
You can stay. You can get hotel rooms for tonight and tomorrow night cheaper than normal hotel weekend rates in Vegas.
Because they overshot.
Way overshot. I mean, they're running 500 yards on a 100-yard course. Like they went way too far.
High. But listen, that happens, and now hopefully they'll know. But the repercussions of the whole thing will know the fallout from post-race because they got to get it ready for the Super Bowl, which is a known commodity, which is coming in February, the second weekend. We'll be here. A lot of people keep, reaching out and coming and what are you guys doing and all these things. But a lot of people are coming, depending on the teams. If the wrong teams get in, it will still be a West Coast trip that a lot of East Coast people will make because it's an expensive deal. And, the media hotel, one of them is at the Luxor. A lot of people may not be down with that. Who knows? So they got to turn it around fast. I think the repercussions of it, we might not get as much blowback if Saturday night goes as well as it could go.
They're calling it Fry Fest, Dave. They're calling it Fry Fest.
They're calling it what?
Fry Fest. Do you not know what that is?
No.
Fry Fest was a gigantic, huge event that they planned on an island. Thousands of people went. It was an abject disaster. The guy who started it went to prison because of it. Okay, promised all of these things. There were people stranded for days without food and water. They promised them luxury accommodations. It was hell on earth. There's a whole Fry Fest. Go watch it on Netflix as a whole. That's what it's being called. That's the comparison right now. It's nowhere near that, but that's the level of flop that they're comparing it to for all the hype and for all of the amazing things that they said the city was going to get and why we should just suck it up and deal with 6 months of traffic and cutting down of trees and changing the landscape and ruining everything that makes Las Vegas, Las Vegas. We should just sit there, suck it up because here comes F1 with this big bag of money. Everyone's going to want to be a part of it. Wait till you see the number of hotel people are going to come on in. The city, one of the 5 luxury properties here in Vegas, they left it nameless, is at 47% capacity.
47 on a weekend?
47% capacity. All of this talk about how much great it's not for you locals. On Twitter, people were like, you're angry, Matt. You're always angry about F1, but it's not for you. It's for everyone else. They're all going to come into town. Okay. Where are they? Where is everyone? Where is all these people? You said, look, millionaires and billionaires are awesome, but they're called the 1% for a reason because there's not a lot of them. Okay. There's not a lot of people who make that much money.
47% occupancy is
bad in football season.
Bad. That's
okay.
No good.
So this city,
that's December numbers,
right?
Nothing's going on,
which is why they put it in November, right? They put it in November because this is a quasi-quiet month heading into Thanksgiving weekend. Ooh, let's make sure everyone shows up and gives the hotel a big bounce.
This ain't no bounce. They're going down that sinkhole.
And they promised all of these things. They have caused their workers so much strife. They've run these ridiculous contests where we're going to pay you. Please show up. If you show up for work, your name will be entered into a contest to win cars, to win thousands of dollars, to win vacations. Think about that. You have to incentivize your people just to show up to work because they're so pissed off at what you have done to this city.
It's brutal going to work in situations like this. Every time, there was New Year's was hard because they shut down the Strip. The Vegas Marathon, they shut down the Strip. You get a notice 2 weeks before to tell you how to get in and out and all these things. And, they try to accommodate you. This felt like it was just kind of thrown. There were people this week on Monday that didn't know how they were getting to work and where they were parking. Like, what are you talking about? I asked my one buddy, I'm like, what are you going to do? He's like, I really don't know. I was like, oh man, I don't know what I would be beside myself. I'd be coming home. My wife would be like, what are you complaining about? Just do the drive down one day. Oh gosh, we'll see.
You caused an entire university to have to alter their schedule for 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. Kels didn't have class.
UNLV just was like, you know what?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Boop, no more.
We got emails from say, hey, do what you got to do. Like, we understand this is a unprecedented situation. UNLV is literally parallel to the Strip. It's right in back of it. Literally. And we understand that what's going on, you're going to have to make adjustments and arrangements. And if you got to cancel class.
Right.
I mean, like,
thanks for coming.
Right. Yep. These kids are paying thousands of dollars to go to this school. And they're like,
CBW had a great question in the chat.
Yes.
And I'll ask you this. If we can do our first little poll.
Okay.
What gets a higher TV rating on ESPN, Formula One race, or the ESPN college football game on Saturday night leading up to it? What do you think? What do you think the people will vote?
Well, I don't know if that's fair because you're talking about 1 a.m. Eastern versus 7 p.m. What's the game before it? What's the lead-in? Does he know?
Let's see. ESPN Saturday night is ESPN 2, Georgia State and LSU. No one's going to watch that. Oh, ABC is a 5 o'clock game, right? 4:30. Wow. Oh no, ESPN Florida, Missouri. Yikes.
Will destroy the F1 race.
Florida, Missouri will destroy the F1
Destroy it.
race?
It's not even worth putting it up. Destroy it.
Are
Not
you
even
serious?
destroy
No
it.
way.
Well,
I think F1 will.
you're talking about it. It's a
Missouri?
3-hour time difference.
12?
It's a 3-hour time difference,
It's a
right?
worldwide audience, no?
Well, okay, we're talking about the worldwide audience, or we're talking about U.S. audience. How are we going to rank? How? Because there's multiple. There's Sky Sports, ES. You ask the ESPN question. Who's watching more on ESPN? That's us. That's the United States. Because the international broadcast rights for F1, there's like 4 different broadcast companies that have the rights to F1.
Wow.
So Sky Sports is coming over. So it's not really fair to say, if you're asking me what does better, Florida, Missouri on ESPN2 or the F1 race on ESPN2 or ESPN, whatever it's on.
ESPN, yeah.
There's no debate in my mind. Florida, Missouri will annihilate it. 3 hours earlier. It's primetime Saturday night versus 10 p.m. Pacific.
I don't know.
It's a late race.
I would vote. I would vote to F1.
The better question is this. Is anybody on the East Coast going to stay up to watch it?
We got a lot of people saying they're going to bed and watch it in the morning.
100%. No one's watching this thing live on the East Coast. 1 a.m. for a car race. They're going to maybe see it when they come back from the bar, 6 sheets to the wind, walking in, going like, oh, there's a race. Watch 10 minutes of it and I'm asleep and pass out on their couch. That's what they're going to do. So that's not.
Oh, man.
No, it's just not.
Well, put this in there as, will you watch the race at all live? Yes or no? For our audience, we got a nice crowd in here, and they're voting. They're voting in the chat with the scroll, which we appreciate. I see Floodhouse. I see Joe the Fat Panda. I see Rainmaker Lou. Don't worry, Lou. I'm going to send you the personal text so you can, find those people that you need to find.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is a pretty good no. That's gonna come in. Hell no.
Oh boy,
football guy ain't watching a second of it.
All right, we got a bunch of votes already.
Erod Sean, I'm in VA. Doesn't matter if F1's on at 1 a.m., 9 a.m., noon, 5 p.m. I'm not watching 1 second of it.
Damn.
No one's watching this shit. No one cares.
No,
this is not a U.S. sport. This is not something.
Timmy Bradshaw. I could care less about this race.
Yes, nobody cares. No one cares about this race. It's so forced. This is such a forced sporting event here in town. No betting. I mean, people are going to bet on it because they like.
Oh
no,
sir. I'm off where there's people. I went around to a couple books yesterday. I did the outside loop.
All right.
They put it up. They put up props.
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't they?
F1
it's here. They have to.
And they were talking about, this will be the biggest handle F1 race ever. I said, it'll be the only handle F1
right.
race. Yeah. Nobody puts this shit up.
You're the tallest.
Ain't nobody gonna bet it.
You're the tallest little person. Congratulations. Like, what does that mean? Like,
it's short jokes.
I'm just saying, like, congratulations. Like, what is that? Like, it's the biggest F1 race ever. Okay. It's never been here before.
I went to stations. I went and met South Dakota Mike, and I was like, wait a second. They got a 3-page packet of F1 betting and props, and they're all available on the app. And I said, they ain't going to get enough bets to pay for the paper that they did for these put in this thing. 3 pages? You did 3 pages of F1 props for the guy out in Henderson, for the guy out here
Summerlin.
Summerlin and Red Rock and Northwest Las Vegas with the Santa Fe. What? I would have been like in the room, like, hey man, we ain't doing this.
Pump the brakes.
Like, nobody's betting this.
Pump the brakes. Like, what are we doing? Look, 7 out of 10 people in our audience are voting no.
Oh, really?
70% are saying no. They're not watching.
Keep them votes coming.
They're not
watching
this
thing. I love this new tool we got.
They're not watching this thing. Okay. It's just it's not gonna happen. Dakota Jayhawk says, what's F1? I'd rather watch fishing.
Sometimes fishing is entertaining.
What are we watching? The Mad Fisherman? What are we watching? Charlie? We're gonna go and my gosh, what are we watching for fishing? I do like Mad Tuna.
Bear Maulings just came in the chat.
Yeah. It's money for Bear.
If you gave me a chair in front of an F1 race and a chair in front of an MLB game, I'm going to sit in front of an F1.
Well, okay,
What are
that's
you
fine.
talking about, Bear?
If you don't like baseball, I get that. I mean, there's more action in an F1 race. It's 200 miles per hour. I get, okay,
What?
fine.
You can't see nothing.
I get that. I know, but I understand that point. I mean, I like going to NASCAR for that reason. The sound and the noise, and it's fine.
The sound and the noise
Of NASCAR? Oh, it's cool. Oh, it's really cool.
Oh,
Super loud. Hear the cars ripping by. I mean, look, I'm serious. There's going to be accidents more than they think on Saturday night.
I don't know about that.
There's going to be accidents. I'm just saying. These guys don't know the track. They're not going to get much practice time on it. There's all sorts of problems. The tires are going to be slick.
They better warm them tires.
It's going to be cold. It's going to be not what they're used to. They're going to get caught watching things and not paying attention to their lines. Whole thing's going to be distracting, and it's just, I don't know. We'll see, but I don't think people are going to watch it. I really don't think people care. I don't think people are interested in it. I mean,
Bryant Halsey, welcome to the show, sir. I haven't seen you in here before, but if you've been in here before, we appreciate you being here. He said, I'm 53, and I'd played Madden before I watched that Sugar Honey Iced Tea.
Sugar Honey Iced Tea. Ooh.
What the hell are you talking about?
Interesting description, but, just we asked the audience. 71% said no.
That was fast, Perrault. There was a 3-minute poll.
71% said no.
You go in your cold thing longer than you left that poll up.
Correct. 5 minutes a day ago in that thing. Ain't happening. All right. People aren't watching this. They're not interested in it. And it sucks because it ended up being a bad look for Las Vegas, which I hate because it's not great for the city. All right. Joe Burrow left the game with a wrist injury, not on the injury report. The NFL now is claiming they're going to investigate. Joe Burrow's out for the year. Can you imagine? Can you believe that Zach Taylor at the podium last night actually said he had no knowledge of any injury to Zach Taylor?
Why?
He actually said it out loud. I have no knowledge of any injury that Zach had going into the game.
Really?
Yep. I mean, this is like Jim Harbaugh level. Like, I don't know what they were doing. I had a guy there doing what? Coming back with signs. How did he get the signs? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know what.
Your star quarterback, if he has a hangnail, you know what's wrong with Joe Burrow. Come on, man.
Yes. I would think so. Either if you don't know, they ain't telling you, and then you probably be looking over your shoulder going, well, how did you not tell me?
How would you not tell me about my quarterback's hurt?
Right. Like, that's a bad look either way. I mean, I'd rather, again, it's kind of what we do on the show. We just kind of say the truth every day. Then I ain't got to remember what the lie was.
That's my
life.
life.
Live my whole life like that, right? For better or for worse.
I'm too dumb to remember the lie.
Right arm, look at the microphone, say, I don't need to say nothing.
Thank God no kid asked me about the tattoo today at Madeline School. That was lucky. I was driving up going like, what if some kid asked me a question about that tattoo? That's going to be bad. But
what do you mean? You just answer it.
I didn't want to answer it though. It's a dagger. I know, but it's a dagger. It's not really.
It's a think before you talk.
It is.
That's all.
No kid asked me this, so he didn't
think before you talk.
True.
Listen twice as much as you talk. 2 ears, 1 mouth. That's why. Simple.
Fair.
I got a text from the guy. Did he's setting up?
Which guy?
Our guy. Leg day.
Oh, good. He's getting in. Good. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this before we get him.
Stay ready. Let's go.
ESPN bet only less than a week old. They're coming in with the refunds.
What is that?
Greeny had his Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow.
Oh no.
Combined prop, and they're saying, "Oh, well, Burrow got hurt. Refund them all." ESPN bet's only a couple of days old, and they're already going ahead and doing this.
What was this prop? What was this?
Joe Burrow to combine for 500 pass plussing yards and plus 4 passing touchdowns, plus 450. ESPN bet decides to refund all Joe Burrow props, including this one.
See, they should have you bet against that on the other side.
Have a no? Sure.
There's no no in that.
But here's the problem. When you do this, okay, when you start to offer refunds like ESPN bet's now going to do and everybody else, you create this.
Oh boy, what's this say? Hold on.
From Victor1_Weber. ESPN bet, give me back my free play, you crooks. Mark Andrews bet should have been voided.
Uh-oh.
because Mark Andrews got hurt.
He did.
And is out for the year.
He did.
Broke his leg during the game.
Yeah.
But no one is refunding the Mark Andrews props. They're only refunding the Joe Burrow props. That's a problem.
Who picked that? Like who gets the?
It's just random. It's just whatever they feel like it, whatever they want. It doesn't matter who they're doing with what. It's, well, I bet on Mark Andrews to score a touchdown. He broke his leg. Give me my money back. Give me my money back. Well, no, you bet on that.
Did the under people get paid? The people that bet under receptions and that bet the no touchdown and all that other stuff, did they get paid?
Of course they got paid. Right.
So you paid the no's, you paid the unders, and you gave all the money back on the refund on the yeses.
For Joe Burrow. Yes.
It's a hell of a business. What are we doing? We can't win. This is like Mike Singletary said, I need winners. I can't do it with that. I can't. As the book, the guy in the room, I said, wait a second. Marketing guy comes in and says, give all the Burrow money back. Okay, wait, hold on. Do you know how much money that is? Doesn't matter. We'll get it back. Okay. Wow. Cool. Okay.
But no Mark Andrews money. So you piss off anybody that bet on Mark Andrews. What the hell's the difference? One's a quarterback. One's the number one catching option.
Tight end.
Tight end that gets a ton of targets from Lamar Jackson in that offense.
Right.
People bet anytime touchdown, first touchdown, over receptions, over yardage. People hammered Mark Andrews last night. That defense was banged up. Ravens scored over 30 points.
I mean, the Burrow played into the second quarter, right? Like that was later. Like Andrews got hurt early. That's easy. As soon as he got hurt on the second thing, you just say, hey, we're giving all the Andrews money back. Like that was an unfortunate injury, whatever, and be done. But like once you do that, then you do it with the Burrow. Now everybody expects it. You get the tweets. Listen, be careful what you wish for. You want to be a book? You better get a good customer service. You better get a good chat line to answer all of these. When are you refunding my money? I want my money. I want this. I want that. I'm telling you, you just play it out. A bet is a bet, and we go. But they're not going to do that, Perrault.
Nope.
They're bringing in the calming guy.
Our guy is here.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Oh, my goodness.
We ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
We ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
It is the return of the one and the only Mr. Dubsy.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Dubsy. Happy Friday, boys. I tell you what, I've missed you, and you got to excuse me and my tardiness. I'm dialing in here from the car, from the Maserati, from Dubsy's Rolls Royce. I tried to get an office space inside, but they said, who are you calling? I said the Brigade, and they go, no, you better take that party outside. So here we are, gentlemen. It's a little bumpy, just like it's been for 2023, but hey, great to see you, gentlemen. Shout out to the Brigade. I've missed yous.
They missed you, and we've had people from Australia hang out here, Dubsy, because they heard you were coming back, and they're like, they got to hang out to hear what's going on. How is LA? How is life?
LA's fantastic. The sun is shining. The tickets are coming in. We've been having a pretty good run of it of late. You know, your boys been having a good little spell there with the ponies, the horses. I heard you lads talking a little Thursday night football. That's been fantastic. But as you know, I'm president of the Joey B fan club, and he was meant to get me that bag last night. He didn't deliver. So for the Bengals, for Joey B, that's their season out the window. But all has been good, boys. I've been following along. I mean, the Bostonian versus the book, absolutely. I tell you what, I feel like once I stepped aside and I wasn't coming on the weekly, the show just, it went to a next level. So well done, gentlemen. It's been fantastic to watch.
We're trying our best. And now that you've come on, you can design your own hat. We're going to call it the Dubsy model. I don't know if we're going to make it a derby, like a race, like you got to go to the track because you are a horse guy. But these suits things that you're wearing, you're becoming a suit, which is fine. You got to play the game. It's their rules. You got to put it on, look nice. How was Australia? I saw you got to go back and do all these videos and all these other things. Did you have a good time back in the homeland?
Oh, it was fantastic. I mean, just to put in perspective, you know, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift, that's been a bit of a buzz here. But when I go back down under, it generates a bit of a storm there. Had a fantastic time. You know, the racing was top-notch. The weather's always good. I was hitting the beaches. Maybe I snuck in a couple of naughty sodas there at the nighttime. But the betting was fantastic as well. You know, it's one thing we do really good back in Australia. So I had a good time, saw the mates, saw the family. They were probably sick of me after 3 days because everyone's, you know, working and they make all these silly decisions like having kids and getting married and whatever else. So like I'm looking to get amongst it on a Tuesday night, Wednesday night. I'm like, mate, it's good to see you, but you know, I got work tomorrow. I got to take the kids to soccer, to cricket practice. I'm like, I don't want no excuses. Don't make these excuses when Dubsy's down under. But it was a good time, and now we're back here in SoCal, baby. Sun is shining. I wish I could show you boys around, but it's too noisy here. Traffic, as you can imagine.
Yeah. Are you enjoying doing FanDuel TV? Are you enjoying the horses? Are you enjoying what you're doing right now?
Oh, I'm having a blast, boys. Every day getting to talk about all sports. We got the horses going on from sun up to sundown. So I've been having a blast. But I mean, I've been having a blast the last 3, 4, 5 years talking with the likes of you boys and what we were doing at the Sports Grid. So the industry's in a really good space, and if I get to talk about it and back a couple of winners on the daily, I'm a happy camper, that's for sure. So it's been a good run.
We're making a line on whether I see you in LA first or you see me in Vegas first. Okay. And we got people in the chat, and now we have this new poll question thing. Which one is it, Dubsy? Are we seeing you in LA first? Maybe it's Santa Anita, a little day at the track, a little bit of, maybe meet off campus somewhere, or you could take me on a little tour of the facilities. Or is it going to be at the Super Bowl in Vegas? Because I know you ain't coming before that.
Nah, it's got to be Sin City. I'm craving a road game. The missus is here, mate. So, look, if I cause too much trouble in LA, she gives me a hard time. So, I'll be coming to Vegas to see the boys. I was going to come out this weekend for the Formula One, but I mean, they can't even get the strip sorted for practice. What is going on there, Sharapan? And I tell you what, side note, I got the little self-view going on here as I join you boys. You can hold the hats. The lettuce is looking fantastic.
It looks amazing.
On a Friday.
I don't want to cover that up. How could you cover that up?
It's good. It's been 3 weeks since I saw my guy Pasquale. I might have to give him another week here. This is in good form right now.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. Dave's Daily Pick has a question for you, Dubs, and this comes from our chat. I don't know who this is, but he wants to know, do you like Aiden O'Brien or Chad Brown?
Oh, Chad Brown, local conditioner. He's been fantastic.
What sport is that? Is it horse racing?
Horse racing, yeah.
Okay.
Two of the big trainers there. Aiden O'Brien just came across for the Breeders' Cup World Championships. I tell you what, out there on the turf course, the Europeans, they're fantastic. So Aiden O'Brien, he's the best in the game, I consider. And watch out for his two sons, Joseph O'Brien. He's now a fantastic trainer, and there's a younger one, Donica O'Brien. So if you've seen O'Brien, international horses out there on the turf course, watch out, back him. You'll make a couple of bucks.
And they want to know, would you wear a visor? The lettuce is phenomenal, but would you wear like a Steve Spurrier-esque visor to keep the hair nice, but still have a hat on?
Like a little Brady Faxon from back in the day?
Yeah.
I mean,
yes.
I tell you what, if it was at the right price, we had a nice little, brand partnership maybe on the front of it, I could support that. I could get down with a little visor. Hey, maybe I'll bring it back. I don't feel like there's a lot of visors being repped right now in the game.
That's true.
Could be on maybe the first Bostonian versus the book, Sharapan. It's only taken you 3 years to send me a lid, and now it's a new addition, a visor. That'd be nice.
That's fine. We'll work on that. That's a good idea, actually. We're going to have to go to my guy and see if we can get that logo on there, and I'll just get Dubs on the side, a personalized thing for you. Pittsburgh's playing Cleveland this weekend. And I know now you're watching the football, and, you got USC, UCLA there tomorrow, which I'm probably plus 150 to be at the game tomorrow because we got some BVB Brigade Proxy service stuff to handle. But my daughter put it out there, and I was like, I don't know if we can go. The Rams are playing at home. The Chargers are playing away, but the Steelers are playing in Cleveland. It's nighttime in Pittsburgh behind me. I got the Steeler hat on. And you asked me, do I need to bring plays when you come on to BVB? You don't need to bring nothing but that smile, the energy, and that amazing lettuce. But tell the people, if you're going to go do a video, done a video, or make a play, is it Pittsburgh or Cleveland? The line is Cleveland -1.
You gonna put me on the spot like this?
Right
Sharapan?
there on the
I mean,
spot.
you want me to endorse?
I
Small
want you to
hands,
say it.
Kenny Pickett. You want me to endorse my guy, Mike Tomlin, one of the baddest coaches in the league right now, going against those Cleveland Browns with Deshaun Watson being on the sidelines.
Yeah.
And who have they got? Air Dorian. I tell you what, Chip Kelly, he needs Air Dorian back there for the Bruins. They're a disaster. Don't get me started there. Kareem Hunt, Cleveland, can they keep it hot? 32.5, not expected to see a lot of points. Ground and pound, baby. Give me them Steelers. I'm all aboard Pittsburgh. Choo-choo. Let's bring it home, Davey. I'm right there with you, brother.
So, what do you make of the points? Because we were having this question yesterday about which game has more offense, Iowa, Illinois, or the Browns and the Steelers. The total is 32 in that game. Are we seeing offense or are we seeing a 10-7 snooze fest with the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Mate, it's too scary for me to touch. I as low as it is, I think the unders could still come in there. I mean, you look at Cleveland, not fantastic for the Steelers. They still win these dogfights, and I think that's the way it plays in favor for them. So, look, maybe a low scorer, a little 13-10? Maybe Cleveland goes scoreless? Give me the Steelers Browns. And somehow, I mean, I'll tell you what, there's a lot to like. I was going to say about the people from Pittsburgh. You know, they're knockabouts. They roll the sleeves up. They get it done. And now they got a football team to match as well. That's the kind of moxie, that grit I'm looking for. And for Cleveland, how much they spend on Deshaun Watson? Seems like a bit of a bargain now, doesn't it? $230 million, and he's back on the sidelines. Wow. Next. Unreal.
Dubsy, we're taking a question from the Brigade right now. They're watching the show live. The chat is flowing. This is great. You have to try to find a time. If we get Dubsy in the car for 10 or 15 minutes every single week, we got to make it happen. But what's happening right now is that a guy...
As you can see, the camera's a little shaky here, boys. I'm like, what's going on? It looks like I'm trying to sink a 2-foot birdie putt, which I will be doing tomorrow. I got the member guests there at the club, but I had 3 cold brews this morning. I've been going hard on the cold brews. I got one. Someone else got one for me. And then I'm like, you know what? Let's make it the trifecta. Wow. 3 large cold brews from Starbucks. I'm absolutely buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. But it's a nice afternoon here. Maybe I'll get the wrenches out, get a couple of reps in before I hit the course tomorrow. I've been so busy. Haven't even played a lot of golf. You know, as the season comes down, your boy hasn't been out there. So I got to get back in the mix.
Leg day. PSU Ship in the chat wants to know, did Dubs have a lettuce transplant, or is that a rug? It looks tremendous. Can you just touch it for the people real quick?
Yeah.
Just touch it real fast.
What are we talking about? Look at that. I mean, come on.
That is as real gets, boys and girls.
Yeah, it really is. And it's not something that just happened overnight. You know, they say it takes 10 years to be an overnight sensation. I would say that's what happened to the lettuce. I've tried different ways. I tried pushing it right. I tried pushing it left. I tried to go out the outsides. It didn't look good. It made your boy look like a bit of a thick shake. I grew it out the back, the mullet, the Cameron Smith. That didn't work either. So we got the short back and sides, the party up top. And yes, I'm having an absolute good time. So not an overnight thing, but it's really come into its own here for 2023. I agree.
My gosh, what are we asking? Is it fake? Come on. The Brigade's got to come on. Asking if it's fake. What?
It's a compliment. It's a compliment, ladies and gentlemen. The next one, if they ask me, are the biceps fake? Ooh. No, they're not. But that could be a good sign as well. I'm trying to get the legs muscles going.
The legs. I mean, you know, when I saw you in the summer, little bit, you know, you needed to work on the legs. You always used to talk about leg day, Saturday night, and all that other stuff. It's a dog's breakfast. I remember all the terms. Don't think that just because we don't do the show together every night like we used to, that I don't remember everything you said. You're still living rent-free up in my head every day, which we're doing on Twitter.
That's what it's all about. And I'll tell
you
how
the legs looking? Seriously, how the legs looking?
Mate, the legs, they've been neglected, Sharapan, and it's been the same since a young age. I had a rugby coach who once told me, don't do leg weights, it's going to slow you down. I wasn't quick to begin with, so I thought, geez, if this is going to cost me a bit of pace, I'm not touching the leg press. I'm not going near the leggy. I'm not doing the calf races, but I've been trying to get them back in the mix here because I tell you what, there's nothing more unathletic than someone without a set of calves, and that's what I'm working with at the minute here. So I got to get them going back in the right direction. So lifting heavy, leg day, don't skip. Do not skip. Keep it on the radar.
Back to the Steelers real quick. Would you support, given the injuries we've seen now, Joe Burrow being out for the Bengals, the Steelers to win the North? Dave doesn't want to hear this, but could you support going ahead and backing Pittsburgh to win the division?
Yeah, I mean, if you can get a nice little number, they just they figure out a way in terms of strength of schedule there. Yeah, I think I could. I mean, I can't believe I'm sitting here today, Friday, going into week 11, endorsing the Steelers, who are going into a game at 32.5, grabbing a little spot here. Yeah, I think they're absolutely live, and it feels like it's been a season, a year where there's no clear cut, favorite up on top. I feel like I've been waiting a minute for a couple of these teams to really flex. Maybe we see that on Monday night, but I mean, the Bengals, they haven't shown us enough. Who has? I mean, the Chiefs continue to get it done. Detroit have been good. I thought the Jags were all that in a bag of chips. The 49ers made them look silly. The 49ers, they had the skids on there for a good few weeks. Actually, a lot of people say I look like CMC when I go in the gym. That's another story, though. So,
save that.
Yeah,
one.
that's a
That
different story. Don't get me distracted.
But don't do that.
Think they're live, boys.
Last one from me. And then, Perrault will get you out of here and we'll tell everybody where they can find you on the FanDuel TV and on the Twitter and all that other stuff. But Monday night's a Super Bowl rematch. It's a game everybody's talking about. This show's going to run multiple times, both on the grid, on SiriusXM. It'll be all over. We'll tweet the clip. It'll go viral because that lettuce is amazing. But Kansas City's minus 2.5 against Philadelphia. Total's 45.5. What are you thinking for Monday night? I know it's only Friday and opinions could change between now and then, but we ain't going to talk to you again because you're going to be very busy on Monday. What's the thought on Monday Night Football?
If I don't have to pick a side, that number, Davey, these primetime unders continue to cash, but not last night. Not last night. Even without Joey B, I think we'll get two gunslingers. I think we could see a few points where that total sits. I think, what have we gotten? 73, 74. Combine the last two to cash towards the overs. Give me the points. Be done with it. Everyone wants to go towards the unders. Nah. Let's live easy. Give me that overs, baby. Talk about picking a side. Easy street. Overs. Monday Night Football. And I think the Eagles, they've been good without being fantastic. It was the same last season. A lot of question marks. The Chiefs, they just figure out a way how to get it done. Travis Kelce. Can't believe we haven't spoken about him, boys. I mean, what is going on there? But yeah. It's going to be a great matchup. I feel like finally we're starting to get some good primetime games.
The boys in the chat just voted you the best hair to ever appear on the BVB. We're approaching episode number 500. I don't even think it's close. No. It's Dubsy minus 50,000 and everyone else is a plus. It ain't even a question.
I would concur. Dubsy, where can folks watch you? Where can they follow you on socials here if they want to check out FanDuel TV?
Mr. Dubsy, apologies in advance. You'll see all of my carry-on, but trying to keep busy, boys. Every day, back in winners. You'll see us at FanDuel TV Monday through Friday, and hopefully get back here with the Brigade. Now that I know I can just dial in from the rooftop here in the, what am I in? I'm in the Maybach? The Maybach? Yeah, I'm in the Maybach. I'll just give you a shout, boys.
Great to see you, my friend. Let's do it again soon, all right? Don't be a stranger.
See you, gents. See you, Brigade. Have a weekend. I'm back some, baby. Plus money pizzas. Let's cash.
That's the one and the only Dubsy Anderson joining us here. Mr. Dubsy. Follow him on socials. If you guys don't follow him on socials, you're missing out. Check it out and do that right now. Always great to get him on the BVB.
He's doing an unbelievable job with that.
He's
doing an unbelievable job.
I want to read this real quick because I just got this sent to me via DM.
Okay.
It is a fan's rant on Reddit last night.
Okay.
But I won't read all of it, but I'll read a little bit of it just to go back to the F1 thing. Guy says, I have to vent my frustration as someone who has sat in the freezing grandstand for the last 6 hours tonight, only to get kicked out right before the second practice started. I'm a 20-plus year fan of Formula One. I've been to races on 3 continents, and I've grown up with the sport ingrained in me since my childhood. I've spent school time as a kid drawing versions of a track that I could run on the strip. Seeing those cars tonight was supposed to be a dream come true, but instead F1 decides to basically spit in Las Vegas's collective face instead. Little known fact, Las Vegas is an extremely diverse city. We knew that. We have population from all over the globe, a strong pockets of F1 fandom. Lots of these hardcore fans, including myself, were there tonight. Why? Because the only $200 plus fees Thursday only tickets was the only ticket I and others could afford. That kind of money gets you an entire weekend in Melbourne at turn 1, for goodness sakes. It's also bad enough that our, quote, local Las Vegas race has us watching at a worse time than half the season schedule, or that it's bone-chilling cold out in the dry desert air, or the worst grandstand tickets for the weekend were literally more expensive than paddock passes at some European races, or that they've bought an absolute transportation nightmare to the city for the past 12 months.
Oh, boy.
He said, there's loud popping music going on, blaring for 6 hours while we battled the cold and ate mostly cold and bad, quote, complimentary food and drank $27 cocktails. But whatever, F1 was here. We were all so excited. The vibes were good. We didn't care that it's 1 a.m. and that we all had to work in the morning. F1 is here. This is our one shot to see these cars. And then they kicked us all out of the session anyway. They kicked them all out last night.
I said that at the beginning.
No, you said restaurants. This was the grandstands.
Everybody out. They went through and said, you got to go.
They kicked the people who had paid for tickets to watch it, not at a restaurant, not an establishment. There was no one that had to work.
Right.
Just sit there in the stands. You all have to go home too.
I'm with Crunchy. Crunchy just said, I can't wait for this to be done so they'll stop talking about it.
Amen to that, my friend. Amen to that. It's absolutely
well, you might hear some reverb next week a little bit, but that won't be done.
Not that much. Jim Harbaugh dropped the appeal like we told you during the show. He won't be able to coach again until the Big Ten title game if Michigan is in the Big Ten title game. We did establish that. This ban was stated for the rest of the regular season. There wasn't actually a game placed on Jim Harbaugh. It was you cannot coach in the regular season, the whole regular season. So whatever happens afterwards.
During a game.
On the sidelines during the game. Coach during the week. So Harbaugh can coach during the Big Ten title game. Question to you.
Well, did you see that they fired the linebackers coach this morning?
Yep. Who's Uncle T?
Uncle T.
Who's Uncle T?
Are you getting this guy involved?
We need to know who Uncle T is, because Uncle T sure sounds like Tom Brady to me.
Oh no.
It sure feels like it's Tom Brady.
Oh no. We get this guy involved?
I'm just saying it is a little bit of an interesting thing that they called him Uncle T. Who the hell else would be Uncle T involved in the Michigan football program that would have enough money that wouldn't care about bankrolling something like this, who has been involved in sign stealing scandals in the past?
Oh no. Come on.
It would be so great. Sources tell Yahoo Sports that a booster named in the NCAA report as, quote, Uncle T funded the alleged scheme, giving Stallions thousands of dollars for expenses.
Taylor Lewan. That's who Big Business said it is.
Taylor Lewan.
I
Who's
don't know
that?
who that is.
Is he a booster? Is that why it's called Uncle T?
Tyrone Wheatley.
Ooh, could be Tyrone Wheatley.
Put it in the chat, boys. I don't know who it is.
Who's Uncle T?
I got an Uncle V. I don't have an Uncle T.
I do. Uncle, well, and do I have Uncle Tony? But
DGen4TW said it's Tyrone Big Gums.
Who's that?
I think that's in reference to someone else. I don't know.
Who's that? I don't know. We can spend the weekend finding out who Uncle T is. I absolutely love that story. Who is Uncle T? It's great. All right. Any fear that Georgia loses tomorrow? Number one team in the country is laying 10.5.
I don't think so.
To Tennessee. This is their last test.
What are you talking about? They got to beat Bama.
Right, but I mean, in the regular season, to get to the SEC championship game, This is it. They're getting there anywhere, but this is their last test to lose a game that could knock them out of the college football playoffs.
Bonvi said it's Luan. Taylor Luan. I said Leon. I don't know.
No, whatever. Same difference.
I
want it to be Brady.
I have no fear about this Tennessee. You?
No, I have a feeling Georgia houses them.
Yeah.
I got a feeling it's a blowout. Michigan's 4-0 without Harbaugh. They're laying 19 on the road at Maryland.
Oh, I feel bad for Maryland. They're going to get crushed.
They're going to put a number up.
This is one of those, like, remember the Titan speeches. Leave no doubt. I don't want them to get 1 yard. Like, I mean, this is easy. It is literally everybody and all eyes on this.
Versus
guy was
Michigan.
crying after the last win at Penn State. They'll be crying again after this one because Maryland's going to be crying. I think this is a blowout.
I would agree. Ohio State's laying 28 at home against Minnesota. Do you buy the idea that could be looking ahead to next week, or are they going to crush the Gophers?
Listen, they bet this all the time. They've bet this for years.
The look ahead line?
Yeah. The books are fine. Just come in and take it. That's fine. Come on. 28 is absurd. But
do they score? Does Minnesota score?
I was going to say they don't score more than 10.
So
we got to get 38 or 41. I think they get 38 or 41, no? Just by accident. They're that much better. Minnesota, come on. No way. I don't think so.
I'm going to implement this next year. I need a sound effect of some sort, and I figure out how to do this. I need an upset alert. I need like a siren.
Sound effects. I don't know if we can get. I need
an upset sounder, either an upset sweeper or my upset of the week or something along the lines. Huskies are in trouble.
Think so?
Maybe this is wishful thinking, and maybe I'm going to bet it wishful thinking that Washington's going to lose and that's going to create more chaos. Because if Alabama beats Georgia, you'll have one loss Washington. If Washington beats Oregon again, you've got a one-loss Washington team, a one-loss Georgia team, a one-loss Alabama team, a one-loss Ohio State team.
Going to be some mad fan bases.
But I like chaos, though. So maybe I'm just hoping that we get chaos out of this. But this is the beginning of carnage if Oregon State can knock off Washington.
Put this in the poll.
Okay.
This is a new poll. Washington or Oregon State? Who you got?
Outright?
Yeah, just to pick them. It's 1.5. It's immaterial with the spread. So, yeah, put that in there. I think you're right. I think Oregon State does win the game.
Crunchy's all about it. You know, this is his Super Bowl.
This is his squad. Yeah.
Crunchy's all about it. I like Crunchy's team here.
Do you?
Yeah. I like Oregon State to win.
How do people vote?
I just think Washington's not built defensively to stop what the Beavers are going to do. They're going to run the ball down their throat. Play keep away and run the ball. Right. Power football at their place in Corvallis. Not a fun place to play in November.
Can you believe this is a big game? Not just for these two teams, but like this has the ramifications of everything else after. I mean, like 100%. Oregon's going to house. Who's Oregon playing this week? Arizona State?
Yep.
I think they're going to
26.5.
That's what the current number is. So all the pressure in the world's on Washington on the road in a tough place to play with a team that can just mess everything up.
And we'll
Does
gladly
the
do
pressure
it.
get to Oregon State?
No, they're playing free.
Right.
There's no pressure at all on them. Do whatever they want.
Wow. Chris Brady just came in the chat and said, I have Oregon 35-1, Washington 36-1,
beautiful.
Michigan 10-1 preseason futures.
Beautiful.
Sitting in a good spot, Brady.
But both Pac-12 teams could be left out.
Could miss.
That's your problem.
That's the bad part.
That's why I didn't bet it.
For him to get a shot at this, Washington has to win. I think Washington got to win out.
So here's a question. Would you hedge on it? Would you bet Oregon State money line to hedge off that Washington future?
I don't know.
Because then
so many things have to happen. I mean, that's one game, but
if Washington wins this game, if Washington wins this game, well, I guess no, you're right. I guess you have to wait for the Pac-12 championship game,
right?
Because they could, even if they win the game, if Washington wins, they lose the Pac-12 championship game. Both Oregon and Washington both can get left out. A lot of things have to go right for the Pac-12 to get even one. It's nuts. It really is. Like right now, they're a dog to get anyone. To get one team in, they're a dog.
Right.
That's crazy. And that's even with the fact that you could have well, you will. Michigan plays Ohio State, but they may take a one-loss Ohio State team over both Pac-12 teams if they both have one loss. It's possible. You could see it, right?
I know.
Oregon and their schedule, the Big Ten's already gotten, the Penn State win for Ohio State already had got them to number 1 over Georgia. It may keep them way ahead of Oregon or Washington, which is nuts, but it's really
an
possible.
undefeated Pac-12 team is in.
Undefeated, yes. I'm talking about a one-loss Pac-12 team.
Yeah, an undefeated Pac-12 team is in. It's Washington is in.
Right, but Washington with one, but Washington at 12 and but Washington at 12-1 and Oregon at 12-1 with a 1-1 record against each other. Both teams can be left out. Ohio State can go before both of them, even without the Big Ten title.
Wow, early indications in the poll votes are Washington's going to win this game. My goodness. All right.
Wow. Significantly so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Significantly so.
Wow.
Interesting. Iowa total is 32. We're going back to the well.
Did it move?
Yeah, it's 32.
Oh, wow.
It's the right move. Cooper DeJean being out, it's a big damn deal for Iowa.
Wow, some place got 30. South Point, Chris put up 33.
Okay, yeah. It's because of Cooper DeJean being out.
I like under. But I always do. Said it earlier in the week that this will be the game that goes over for Iowa. It might, but Illinois has to score.
I think they will with the fact that the best defensive player for Iowa is not there.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's
right, I'll take your word on it.
That's why. I mean, even Iowa people have been DMing me going like, we're not going to stop Illinois the same way without Cooper on the field. The results of the poll question are right there, by the way.
63% on Washington.
Yeah, 63%. 61%.
Careful, boys and girls. KD Dow, I'm talking to you. She said the Steelers are the luckiest team in the league.
They are. But right now, at 6-3, I mean, they're one Lamar Jackson run away from being the odds-on favorite to win the division. I mean, the Browns lost their starting quarterback. The Bengals lost their starting quarterback. Both those teams are dead in the water. Lamar Jackson's the only legit starting quarterback left in the division, and Kenny Pickett may just fall himself into a 12-win season.
This is another poll you can type up right now. Iowa, Illinois. Over or under the? Over the or under the? Guys that listen to the show every day, you understand that. New of you, it's how Perrault says over the and under the. Made it one word, and I've adopted it myself. Someone asked me the other day, why'd you say over the? It's because Perrault says it, and I talk like him now sometimes. So that's why. We're going to do Roll Call Friday in 7 minutes.
Yeah, once we get through all these college games.
Once we get through the college games, yeah.
Then we'll do it before we get to the NFL. Number 17, Arizona is laying 1 against Utah. This game was supposed to be more significant than it is, but it's still a fun game to watch.
It's a big game for Arizona.
Yes, for Arizona.
I think they win this easy.
Bowl implications. Utah had really high aspirations, and there's not much left to play for them. So, yeah. So, and Arizona's on the come up. New coach, a lot of players, a lot of new faces, a lot of new players, and Arizona's been a really tough out. They've been really hard to play. So, yeah, I'm with you. I'm leaning Arizona as well. Kansas State and Kansas, the Sunflower Classic, whatever the hell they call it between these two.
What?
The Sunflower Game, Sunflower Classic.
Really?
Yeah, State Flower, Kansas. It's a sunflower.
Is the sunflower?
You didn't know this? Yes.
How in the hell would I know what the state flower?
Because you watch college football enough to know that this is it's like the Apple Cup. I've never gone to Washington State, but I know it's the Apple Cup. Oregon State's a Civil War.
This is like a big deal to these two schools. This isn't like a big rivalry.
They're both ranked. What do you mean? It's a big game. This is two nationally ranked teams playing each other. It's a big game in the Big 12.
It's a big game in Kansas.
This is a big game in college football.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I disagree, but that's okay. We can disagree.
It's not the same as Washington, Oregon State, but it's Kansas State. It's a big game. It's one of the better games on the schedule. It's not a great week.
It's really not a good. It's not a good week.
So I mean, like
8.5. What's the line?
It was 10 this morning. Is it down?
Hold on. 363.64.
It was 10 this morning.
I got the doctor's parlay too.
Okay, we'll do this after the next game then. Good.
Kansas State 10.
Yeah.
Extra. That's high, no?
I mean, in rivalry games, yes, I'd take the points.
I know rivalry games, but like just in general, I mean, that the number that came to my head was 7.5. Like I without looking, it's the first time it's the first time on any show or anything. And I'm not trying to besmirch Kansas and Kansas State. They seem like
Kinda
great
easy.
places. Maybe at some point we'll get back there and go watch a game at KU.
Basketball game.
What?
Okay,
A
basketball game. I ain't,
Rock
go-
Chalk
I,
Jayhawk.
I ain't
No?
getting on a plane to watch KU football. No, thank you.
No. Basketball. The
Oh,
basketball.
sure. Yeah, Fog Island. Yeah,
No. Once
Yeah,
we
yeah.
get through
Fog is
the
great.
Brigade Proxy service and stuff, we'll have a little bit of freedom.
Mm.
We might see some basketball in person and take in a little bit of a
Oh,
local flavor.
I know a guy. I know a
Do
guy
you
who's a
look?
big KU guy, big Omaha KU guy. Yeah,
They got
he's
a
a
bar
call-
for
he's a-
us to do the show at. We could do the bar and restaurant or something. We could do a
In
show
Lawrence?
and then go to a game.
in Lawrence, Kansas. Oh yeah, or
Okay.
just or Kansas City, which isn't too far away.
That's fine too.
We can go and do that. I don't know. I lean towards KU. Give me the points.
Jason Petty just dropped a super chat. Guys, if you want to drop a super chat, which we will guarantee we will read in BBB bonus time, you just hit that button on the right and drop a super chat. Jason Petty just did it because I got a big alert here that says celebrate the first super chat from Jason Petty.
Very cool.
It's a big logo thing now.
Oh, Tyler
Comes up
says that.
colorful. That's
So
great.
neither.
Thank you,
wait,
Jason.
neither Bean nor Daniels is playing quarterback for Kansas. A walk-on's playing quarterback. That's why the number's 10.
Oh no.
I didn't realize both quarterbacks are out.
Oh
Jeez.
no.
That's why
I
it's
like
10.
that backup. Oh no.
Yeah, both quarterbacks are good. But no, if it's a third string quarterback for KU, that's why. That's not good.
Oh, that's
All right, biggest game in the last 30 years for
Holy
UNLV
shit.
on the road at Air Force. Mountain West lead on the line.
I'm rooting so bad for UNLV. I think that'll be just such a great local story.
I'm rooting for my employer. I'm betting against them. Sorry. I have to do it.
You just said that on the show.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to tell them that.
Sure, it's better to book it. They're going to find out.
Oh,
They're going to find out sooner
Okay.
rather than later.
which those of you new to the show, we do the better to book it thing at the end of a whole rundown and all this other stuff. You guys stay around
Yeah.
for that. Matt says his bets.
Yeah.
I say bet it if I like it, book it if I don't. We go back and forth. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we disagree. We do it every day, Monday through Friday.
So,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I take Air Force. What is the doctor's parlay?
The doctors
Round robin would have
parlay.
hit by the numbers last week.
by the points.
Mhm.
Yeah. The point spreads.
Yep.
All right. Doctors Parlay. Game number 341, North Carolina
Love it.
at Clemson.
Yep.
341. That's a 12:30 Pacific start, Perrault.
Plus what?
Right now it's plus 7.5.
Love it.
All right. He's got him on the money line at plus 230 with his chicken scratch. He wrote the chicken scratch like he was writing a prescription. When he writes it like this, it's pretty solid. Second game, 402, Iowa State. Plus 7.5
Yeah.
and plus about 230-ish on the money line as well.
It's the last time Iowa's going to play Texas ever.
Iowa State.
Iowa State, sorry. Last time Iowa State will play Texas ever.
Okay.
Other than a
Next
bowl game.
for the doctor,
Mhm.
419, UNLV.
Yes.
Plus the points, plus 140, win outright. And number 426, game number 4 of the round robin by 3s and a 4. That's 6 bets. Put them together on a point spreads. You hit the jackpot and you get holiday money if they all win on the money line. It's number 426, Utah State. Sometimes he goes deep with these.
Seriously. What's the number?
Finds games that ain't no one else looking at. Utah State is a home dog against Boise State. Boise State's laying 4. Live dog, win outright, take the points. That's the doctor's parlay, which we do now every Friday The guy wants a stinger. I said, you ain't got no stinger yet. You can't get a stinger.
NC State plus the points, Iowa State plus the points, UNLV plus the points, and Utah State plus the points. There you go. There's the doctor's parlay for you guys. All right. Load it up.
Put it in a roll call right now. I need you guys in the chat. I need a 3-digit area code where you're watching or listening to the show from right now with the city behind it, so I don't have to look it up. Perrault's getting the notebook ready and this number of states. Listen, we went, I believe it was 36 last week.
Correct.
36 states.
Four countries. We added Colombia last week.
Colombia.
In Medellin, Colombia.
Buenos dias in Medellin. That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, so put it in right now. We'll get the chat flowing. The last order of business for the college, let me tie it up. I talked to B. Howe this morning. West Virginia is going to be able to successfully run the ball against Cincinnati. Numbers of 6.5. Put that on the radar for plays. It's an 11:30 Pacific start, 2:30 Eastern. We'll keep an eye on that. All right, boys, girls, here we go. We're going to do it as efficiently as possible. And, boy, you guys are doing a hell of a job because I can't even keep up with the way this is flowing. Started off with our guy, CBW, 315 Oswego, New York. It's 53 rainy degrees. Need 2 wins to hit the Syracuse over. Good luck, sir. You're going to need it. Football guy 97's in the 717, Lancaster, PA. Addison the Wrench, 812, Bobby Nighttown, Indiana. Las Vegas doesn't deserve F1. He's a big F1 guy. Sorry about that. LL said he likes UCLA this week, but he didn't put the area code. Put the area code in there, LL. Jimmy Jack with 4 Ks. Rochester, New York. I'm out, fellas. Have a great weekend. You do the same, Jimmy Jack. Thank you for being here all day, every day when you come in. Marcelo Unda, not to be confused with Unda. It's just Unda. 504 New Orleans, Louisiana. Saints are off this week, huh? I think they're off. J. Dow Betts, 410 St. Michael's, Maryland. JPC the 4th, Claire Check. Fuck Toronto and Nylander. He's watching the Red Wings. They're winning 2-0.
I need the over.
He needs over. Well,
I need the over. I need the over.
You need the over too. Whitrock, 319, Iowa City, Iowa, 48 and sunny there. Whitrock's dreaming up a hat. Whitrock, we're going to work that thing out, make it happen. You'll get it pretty soon. Gio DeWapa's in the 949, Newport Beach, California, wishing the Brigade a prosperous weekend and looking to go 4-1 or better in the circuit contest. We'll have that in bonus time, too, what you got to do next week with the circuit contest, because you got to have your picks in if you're using the Thanksgiving Day games on Wednesday. Don't forget, you're going to get an email reminder and a text reminder, too, from the Brigade Proxy service. Gold Detroit, it looks like. Eric Prazzano is in the 516, Seaford, New York. Welcome, sir. JC from KC, 216, Cleveland, Ohio, 55 and rainy. Be a long Sunday for you. Not JC from KC's a Chiefs fan. We'll worry about him on Monday. Might have to get him on the show if he can find time. JC from KC. Thank you for being here as always, sir. DGen4TW 502, Louisville, Kentucky. Perrault, put Kentucky on the list.
That's new.
Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you for being here. DGen4TW. Kevin Roper, 601, Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Always representing Mississippi. Roper is. Thank you, sir. Corey Macbeth, 402, Omaha, Nebraska. Home of the Creighton Blue Jays, which will be there at some point for a basketball game this season.
Roll Jays.
Absolutely. Ask a farmer. Ask a farmer. I love that. Ask a farmer. He's in the 509, Spokane, Washington. They ask us, do you got people to listen in the Pacific Northwest? You're damn right we do.
We just got it. Washington, check that off.
That's absolutely. Great. Well, we got TPR for you with me. You know, he's doing it too. We got Gary Flights, 419, Toledo, Ohio. Jesse Photo, 217, Champaign, Illinois. Linus Crimmage, 705, Aurelia, Ontario, Canada. Welcome, Canada. Thank you very much. We stand on guard for thee. You stand on guard for us. We appreciate it. Daniel G, 989, Saginaw, Michigan. A lot of things happening in Michigan.
Mhm.
So is the BVB. Thank you for being here, Daniel G. Santiago Garza, my man. Ain't seen you in a while. Always welcome. Thank you for being here from the 970 Grand Junction, Colorado. How about that? Liam Swingstaff. New name, new city. 913. I don't know how to say this. Olath, Kansas? Olath?
Olatham?
No, O-L-A-T-H-E,
Hold on.
Kansas.
I know how to say it. Shoot.
I don't know how to say it, Liam, but
Spell it again for me.
O-L-A-T-H-E. Ola the. I don't know. Olath, Kansas.
I think it's Olath, Kansas.
Olath. Well, that's what we'll go with. Thank you for being here. Jim Montgomery, 215, Philly Burbs, PA. Good to see you, Monty. Can't wait for that game on Monday night. Ali Akbar, 716, Buffalo. What? Buffalo, New York. Thank you for being here, Ali. Pierre Chevalier, always here, always strong, representing 613, Ontario, Canada. Sonic, 602, Phoenix. Meetings in a few minutes. Wear the hat. Take a picture. It looks good. I can't wait to see that guy in person. Done so much for the show. These graphics,
really
all
has.
this other stuff. KD Dow, Mrs. KD Dow, Mrs. J Dow, KD Dow, 410 St. Michael's, Maryland. Good game by the Ravens last night. We'll see you. Steelers will see you
Last week of the year.
Yeah.
Last game of the year.
Might be there. That game going to mean something.
Might
too.
be for the division.
Yeah, that might damn right well be. Don't forget. We'll be there. We might have to come. It's too cold. I can't go to Baltimore in January. JPC to 4313, Detroit. Timmy Bradshaw, 309, Peoria, Illinois. This Illinois thing's happening. I have to tell them circuit people. We got a lot of people in Illinois watching and listening to the show. Sports Avenger 724, watching from the Grove City, PA territory. You ever been to Grove City, Perrault?
Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
No, I've been to Grove City, Kansas.
Okay, well, Dave, they got a Permani Brothers here in Grove City. Maybe getting me a Pittsburgher today. Love the slaw with the fries on the sandwich. Big deal. Permani Brothers, talked to them once about the show. They didn't know. Maybe Sports Avenger can let them know. We might be coming. JR33312-702. That's Johnny Parlay in Vegas, but he's via the 513 Dayton, Ohio, home of the great Keith Byers. Every week he comes with a guy, somebody that's from Dayton.
Awesome.
It's unbelievable. I don't know how you do it, Johnny. I love it. E-Dubs from 316 Wichita, Kansas, heading to Lawrence, the 785, to watch a third-string walk-on. Hopefully keep it close.
KU versus K-State.
KU B-ball winning the Natty. It's 65 degrees and sunny. So it ain't cold there. It ain't cold there today. Thank you for being here, E-Dubs. D Stout 19, you know where he's at. 507 Pipestone, Minnesota. Check the mail, D Stout, and let me know when that box arrives for you. Mr. Freeze 32, 574 Bristol, Indiana. Another Indiana guy. Underscore the Atom from the 303 listening to the show on the beach in Bora Bora.
Shut up.
Get the hell out of here.
How about that?
Adam? Bora Bora. We made it all the way to the beach in Bora Bora?
I'm jealous as hell.
Take a picture or something.
Hell yeah. Oh, man, if you had a BVB hat, that's where we got to get these hats into people's hands, man.
Dang.
We need to. I forgot to tell you this, but I want us to do this one day. I want us on our website to have pictures, exotic locations where the BVB logo has been seen across the world. Where, like, if you took a BVB hat to Bora Bora, you took a picture of it at the beach, or the guy in Colombia took a picture of Medellin, put it up, or the guy in Mexico City,
Minnesota, sitting on his tractor. I mean, those are good too.
Hell yeah! But I mean,
I want pictures of everybody that gets the hat, where they're from,
where's the hat, and then have like a map and be able to put different pictures of people where they
tremendous idea
where they are.
I'm in. The people are in.
Like where in the world is BVB?
Yeah, I love it. PSU Shep, what's up, Shep dog? I miss you already, brother. 412 Pittsburgh, PA. We're going to get you a hat, too. You pick the colors. Dakota Jayhawk, 913 Kansas City, Kansas. What in the hell is happening in Kansas?
That's 3 Kansas.
We're all over that place.
That's a record right there. That's a record.
Vinny Konowinski's 260 Fort Wayne, Indiana, the resting place of Johnny Appleseed.
Hey, that's great.
412 Pittsburgh, PA, BVB hat delivering today.
Beautiful.
Oh, Christmas come early for the auto, PSU Auto, our hockey guy, John Serrett, 304 Oak Hill, West Virginia. People down there are listening too. Eron Sean, 703 Centerville, Virginia. Oh my God. Tyler Wyatt's in the 865 Knoxville, Tennessee, a.k.a. Knox Vegas. Damn. If Tennessee wins this week, you're on the show. We're going to have you on the show, Tyler. Get your ass ready. If Tennessee wins, you're on with your models and all that other stuff. Keep them pocket aces coming. Justin Simpson, 303 Englewood, Colorado. That's another Colorado person. George Mason's in the 902 Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island.
Canada.
This guy's our farthest east guy, I believe, every single week. Thank you, George, for being here. Ryan Andrew Fletcher, 703 Annandale, Virginia. 70 degrees and sunny in Virginia.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
What the hell? It's warmer there than it is here.
Sure.
It's sweaty weather here.
That's not that crazy.
James Berger, 563 Davenport, Iowa. Thank you for being here. The Juice is in the 602 Phoenix. Booker over 10.5 assists and rebounds last night with the Suns money line. It was a homer pick tonight. Damn right, I got the Phoenix hat for better to book it. Tyler Powell, 717 Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Love that place. Driving through. Didn't stay. Not long. Jordan, one-star Gorov, is in the 415, just arrived in San Francisco, can practically smell the shit on the sidewalk.
God.
From all the Giants fans. Oh, my God. Took a shot. Shots fired, Gorov. He got out of town because he's a 702 guy. He went to San Francisco for the weekend to get away from all the chaos. Akbar, my guy. You know he's in the 703 Stephanie Villanova. Northern Virginia. We're trying our best. She's got to come back. The Giants are no good. She's afraid we're going to assault her for that. No, we're not. We want to commiserate with you. We want you to come in. Be safe. Safe place here. PB's in the 941 Venice, Florida, where it's 76 degrees and sunny. He's probably having lunch by the beach. PB's figured it out. He's retired down there hanging out. He's taken a couple pictures with the BVB hat and posted it for the Brigade in the Discord channel, which is what again, Perrault?
BVBshow.com.
Thank you, sir. Dave's Daily Picks is in Lebanon, Indiana. He just can't follow instructions and put the area code, though. He just put Lebanon, Indiana, like I'm supposed to know what the area code is in Lebanon, Indiana. Alan Smentana, 507 Mankato, Minnesota. 47 and sunny there.
2 Minnesota people.
2 Minnesotas. LL is in the 480 Chandler, Arizona. I forgot that, but I knew that. Thank you for being here, sir, and always being a part of the show. Biggie J, 27's in the 740. That's Big John, the middle of nowhere, Ohio. It's terrible weather, and I smoked a few fatties already.
Already? Wow. All right.
Welcome.
4 o'clock. Get rocking.
Hang out on a Friday with us here on Roll Call Friday. Jason Petty is in the 864 Spartanburg, South Carolina. I believe that's the first one of those today.
Yep.
Rainmaker Lou, you know he's holding it down in the 412. Thank you, Lewis. AOWN. Yeah. AOWN's in the 319 Independence, Iowa. Another Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Roger Long, senior member. Hello, sir. Thank you. Got to remind, I got to call Roger. I haven't checked in with Roger for a while. I know he only takes phone calls because he has no email. He has no other connection other than this show. So you can't reach him unless you call him. I have the number. If you want Roger's number, text me and I'll give it to you. 765 Clinton, Indiana. Let's see. Wow. PSU Shep said it's in the 412 Wilkins Township, 55 and rainy. Big Business is in 501 Hot Springs, Arizona. Brought the little lady on a getaway for her birthday. Happy again, belated birthday to Mrs. Big Business. And, loosen up for the weekend. If you got to do some stuff for the weekend, Big Business, you know what I'm talking about. Just enjoy the meals and everything else that you're doing. Maybe a little golf and spa day for Mrs. Big Business. We got Crop Duster 007.
Whoa.
Crop _Duster 007 is in the 757 Newport News, Virginia.
Nice.
Just moved here for a new job from Houston and loving it to catch the show live now. So he got out of Houston like you did, Perrault, and he's having a good time so far.
Congrats.
In Newport News, Virginia. Floodhouse is in 203 New Haven, Connecticut. Is that our first Connecticut today?
It is.
Floodhouse. You know how Perrault feels about Connecticut. I ain't going to say nothing, but thank you for being here. The Hartford Whalers are bringing back the Cooperalls, by the way. Have you seen this?
Flip around. The Carolina Hurricanes are bringing back the Hartford Whalers.
Yeah, but they're wearing the white with the green long pants.
I know.
Oh, my God, I can't wait. I might get a pair myself just to walk around the house in. Crunchy Beaver 719, check again from Pueblo, Colorado. Girlfriend is in the mood today.
Uh-oh.
So I'm hanging out at the rentals. It's a beautiful 65 degrees. Oh, that mood. I thought it was the good mood. It's the bad mood. Oh, check the box, Crunchy. You might have a few things there waiting for you. Mikey Awesome, another wrench here in the chat, 757, Bad News, Virginia. Late
5 in VA, by the way. That's a record.
Well, oh, nice. Leighton Winston, sorry, boys. I shot my load early before with the roll call. He woke up and rolled over and said 3912 Somerville, Australia. It's now 8 a.m. there. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Maple Salrup is in 317 Indiana. How about that, Indy? Thrilled to be back in the 702 for Bear Maulings. He's leaving the frigid 989 behind, back in Vegas, baby. Nick Tom, 315 Syracuse, New York. Rainy and gloomy, just like Perrault's mood when SU cruised last week versus Pitt. Keith Graff, 978 Littleton, Massachusetts.
There we go.
That's awesome. Timmy Bradshaw will be in Vegas Thanksgiving weekend, LFG. Oh, we might have
Great
to
weekend to come here. Great weekend to come
Nobody here.
Nobody here.
Might be able to come down and meet you, Timmy Bradshaw, depending on where you're at. Deuce Daly is in 603 Pelham, New Hampshire.
Yep.
Is that
Yep.
P-E-L-L?
Pelham. Yep. Yep. Pelham.
Pelham. Okay. Bondvie representing 519 Amherstburg, Ontario. Who knew that it costs a little bit extra to send something to Canada?
Always.
Always, yeah. But they didn't put the area code in, right? There's a zip code because it was 6 digits and letters and all kinds of shit. A lot of things happening. Jay Twizzy, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 651. Look at that. We have 2 farmers in here. You're damn right, D-Stout, we do.
Great.
Matt Gentry is in the 480 Mesa, Arizona.
Gosh, we got some records here.
Guy from Australia. We have 2
Two?
watching live. Seabass
Crazy.
Anthony is in a different area code. He's on the other side in 2754, Sydney, Australia. I love it. That's fantastic. Atlanta, ATL Coos is in the 404, the ATL, Atlanta, Georgia.
There's a wow.
How about that? Joe Thomasek. Sorry, Joe. I apologize. I definitely mispronounced your name. Tommy Czek. That's what it looks like Jim Tomey.
Okay.
But he's in a 620 Syracuse, Kansas.
Oh, wow.
There's 2 Syracuses? Who the hell knew that? I didn't know that. Olathe. Okay, I didn't know JC from KC. You don't have to say it 3 times. Zach the Hat is in 705 Peterborough, Canada. How about that? And JC from KC said, my dad lives in Olathe. And Liam Swingstaff said, I'm not your dad, I promise. All right. Hey, work it out, boys. That's it. That's all I got, I think. If anybody wants a super chat mention or us to address a game, do it right now.
Yep. We have records here. Okay.
Bam! Tell them, people.
Record number of Indiana people. Record number of New York people.
Hello.
Record number of Kansas people.
Kansas.
Record number of Arizona people.
Bring them up.
Record number of Virginia people.
Whoo!
These are all 5 and higher numbers, people in these states.
It's happening.
Country Bora Bora. That's brand new. Never had Bora Bora before.
Bora Bora.
So we have Canada, the United States, Bora Bora, and Australia. 4 countries again being accounted for here for a roll call. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Fish Killer 79 just came in with 540 Roanoke, Virginia. He's counting.
35 states.
35 states.
35 states, 4 countries, but records for numbers, bigger numbers, all going up. New states. Washington was new. That was cool. Who else? Where was a new state that Georgia. That was new. And I think that was it for being new. But that's Beautiful. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for doing that. That's awesome. We got it all in on Sports Grid as well. So that's very, very cool. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the Brigade. Hashtag BVB Brigade. If you are watching this show live on Twitter and or YouTube, do not move. We have a lot more to come. If you're watching on SiriusXM or listening on SiriusXM and watching on Sports Grid, we will be back on Monday, Friday or Saturday, depending on what day you're watching this. We're back on Monday for another episode of the Bostonian versus
3 shows next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Roll call Wednesday next week. Keep that in mind.
Talk to you guys on Monday. Okay. To bonus
Bring
time.
the register. I like that.
To bonus time we go. Okay, we were joking, but it's real. Joe Flacco is being worked out by the Browns.
I thought this was a joke. I thought this was a bit on the rundown. This is serious?
This is not a fucking joke. This is dead serious.
Oh, my goodness.
We're getting all sorts of fun messages saying, I know you guys are joking around about this, but Joe Flacco really is working out for the Browns. So, yeah.
I didn't believe. I'm telling you the truth. I didn't believe you when you put this in a rundown. I'm like, he's fucking with me. This is great.
Yep.
As a Steeler guy, I would love to see Joe Flacco in a Browns uniform on Sunday.
Browns to bring in vet quarterback Joe Flacco for a workout.
Yeah, they just have him come in and say hi to the boys. He ain't.
I don't know about that. I'm telling you right now.
God!
You need to go get someone who can play the position, and it's not Dorian Thompson because that kid can't play the position. So DTR is not the guy. He's the guy for this week, and then he will be replaced by somebody by next week. There's no way they're going to allow their whole season to get thrown down the toilet like that. Can't happen. Browns, Steelers. Who are you taking?
Are you seriously asking me this question?
Yes, because there actually is a question here. You guys can lose this game.
If Joe Flacco plays?
No, he's not playing. He won't be on the roster that quickly.
Okay. No, the betting, but there's no way I'm taking a side in this game.
Oh,
There's
just
no
the
way.
under?
I mean, it's Steelers or nothing for me, but I'm biased and I'm getting excited because, I mean, you see the path now. Joe Burrow's out. I'm not worried about the Bengals no more. And Watson's out, and they're talking to Joe Flacco. So I'm not saying they're out, but
It's
they're
you
pretty
versus
damn
the
close.
Ravens. It's the race. It's
And
Steelers, Ravens.
the Steelers already got the one win.
Correct. Now you
Against
got to
the
go to
Ravens.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Baltimore, last game of the year, could very well be for the division.
That's fine. But legitimately, we talked about the Steelers before the season. We said season wins over. Legitimate shot at the playoffs. This should
Just
be
get
great.
to 9. Just get to 9, please.
Let's get to 10.
Oh, fine. Get to 10.
Let's get in the dance.
But I'm over 8.5, so I just give me 9. Give me 9
Yeah,
wins,
same.
and I go over my 8.5, and I'm happy, and we're good.
Yes.
Chargers laying 3 at Green Bay in November.
Is it that easy?
It's the Chargers on the road against
It's
Green Bay.
pain either way. Do you remember when Mr. T said in Rocky 3, I
Yeah,
asked him a question, his prediction?
yeah,
Pain.
right.
You take the Chargers -3, pain.
Mm.
Take the Green Bay +3, pain. This is one of them games you put a line through. And we went through this on the Cash Considerations podcast. We did it early. We got it out. Newbie adamantly takes Green Bay every single week. He goes, I'm on the sharp side, this is obvious. The Green Bay, rhombuses and parallelograms. They keep betting this shit team and losing. They're going to be right. They're going to be right. I'm telling you, they're going to be right. But if you back me into the corner and you want to do it, back me in the corner. I'll move like Muhammad Ali. I'll come back, little uppercut, something. I got to take the Chargers.
Your left hand's already too low, so yeah, I'm not worried.
I'm getting serious right now. I'm just putting it up for the camera. My hand's up. Don't worry about it. I don't know how many shots I could take. I used to be able to take some shots, but I got some other things working up there that might not be conducive to me taking many.
No, I would agree with that.
But I liked it. I liked contact. I like it. What do you like in this game?
I would only bet Green Bay, but I'm not betting it.
Can't.
I might tease it, but I'm not touching it from a side. I mean, give them 9.
Put it in the chat right now. Put this one in there. Green Bay +3, Chargers -3 on top because they're on the road. Green Bay +3 on the bottom. I don't know who in the hell. I think we'll get it split right down the middle. Line's perfect.
The Illinois Iowa game is 58% to the under, by the way.
85 votes. Good job, boys and girls.
85 votes and under 58% are taking the under there with that. So we're doing Green Bay versus the LA Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers -3, Green Bay +3. Who you got? I think we get more Chargers, and I don't know if that's a right side or not.
I don't think
I thought last week was hard on the card. This week is almost impossible.
There's not a lot of great games. Yeah.
Jags are a lot of games with big spreads.
Yeah, Jags are up to 7 against the Titans. You agree with that move?
Wow. I just voted in the chat.
Yeah.
And I'm like the number 30th vote. Like, how did you guys get that vote so fast?
Because it pops up right there.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh, Timmy Bradshaw staying at the D.
Nice.
Thanksgiving weekend. Oh, man, that would be absolutely. We're going to come down and say, I am. I'm saying hello. How do you make a case for the Titans?
Levis has come back down to earth in a big way. Jags need it.
Jags off that loss.
Yeah, they need it.
This is perfect timing for them to just lay one on. Oh, this is a definite teaser.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've fallen, like our buddy Dawson said from that line in the movie Beverly Hills Cop. I've fallen for the banana in the tailpipe multiple times with this Tennessee team, and I'm not doing it again. Give me 7. You're enticing me. Yeah, come on in, Dave. Take Tennessee. You like the uniforms, those old school Houston Oilers colors and all that shit. Levis looks great in uniform. Blah, 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 blah. Jacksonville probably runs them out. Double-digit win.
Bills -7 against the Jets.
You like a side of this game?
I do.
What?
Dead cat bounce.
Buffalo?
Big.
Is this embedded or book it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
I think the Jets could win the game outright.
No, they fired Ken Dorsey. This is shaking up the apple cart. This is to get after it time. Buffalo lays one on the Jets.
Lays one on them. Okay.
28-10.
Oh my.
Somewhere in that range.
Under the 39
Maybe.
and a half.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, 28-10's under, so I wouldn't bet under, but I could see it. Sunday night, Denver, Minnesota. Total's 43.
Under the?
Yes. My only play on it.
Maple Leaf scored. It's 2-1. Detroit.
Third period?
Third period. 15
Yeah,
minutes left in the game.
Yeah, I'm dead. Under it, over it.
Is this embedded or book it? This is a hard game.
Not from a total perspective. It's not.
Side?
I'm not betting side. No way.
Oh.
No clue.
Dog.
Ooh, Vikings. Josh Dobbs. Let's go.
And Denver's been really good for me the last few weeks. Monday night was great. And it could be the complete wrong side. I can't stand the game. Like this is a complete, like, again, sometimes you just look at the line and go, boop, they got me, pass.
Right.
Line right through it.
Two quick NBA games for tonight. Celtics Toronto. Boston is 2-0 in the tournament so far for the in-season tournament.
Come on. Wait, what do you think about
that? It's a heavy number, 8.5.
Stop.
Without,
Toronto is not going.
Who's playing? Is KP playing? Is Brown playing?
What the hell is the total in the game? I didn't even look at the NBA yet today.
Oh.
I've been dancing and talking to people. I got worrying about these kids, trying to figure out what the hell's going on for Thanksgiving. Deb's completely taken over 2 fridges.
Good.
In the house. So something's happening for Thanksgiving. I don't know what she's up to. Big meal coming.
Good.
Boston's on the road at Toronto laying that number?
That's what I mean.
Hello, son.
It's heavy.
Oh. In-game, late below 7.
Yeah,
I would agree. It's no bargain early, but they're not losing this game.
No, but I don't like 8.5. Can the Kings stay hot? They're laying 8.5 on the road at San Antonio.
San Antonio can't play no defense.
They cannot.
We're going to see them light the beam in person after we get through December with all the stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Go see our guy up there and do that. I think that, yes, they stay hot. Yes, they win. The game goes over. I feel better about that. Wow. Books paying attention. 238.
Mm-hmm.
238.
Look out.
Sack down runs them out.
Time for Better or Book. All right, we go to tonight, Friday night. Washington State hosting Colorado. Team total under 34.5.
Why not game under?
Why not game under? Because I prefer to handicap what I think is the better play, that Washington State has not scored at home at all very recently. They have not won a game since the end of September. Washington State's been absolutely unraveling, and offensively, they are not good. And even with that bad defense for Colorado, this is the higher of the two numbers. And I'm a little afraid that if Colorado gets hot, that they could really put a number up to kind of squash all the negativity that's been going around that program.
It's a very nice narrative.
So
I like the game under, so I mean, I would say bet this too.
okay.
I don't think this is a blowout, but I think Washington State wins. Did we get the wind report?
Not a lot of wind. It's gonna be cold.
Okay.
It's gonna be breezy, but nothing nasty. It's gonna be cold though. It's not
I
gonna
like the under for the game.
Okay.
But this makes sense. Let's put it that way.
Buffalo, Winnipeg, over 6.5 tonight.
I can't believe you came with a hockey. I didn't look at the hockey.
I have three different sports for you.
Hold on. Where's this game being played?
Winnipeg.
Well, I took the hockey off because we got to do this again on Sports Grid at 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
And I put in a request, if you guys come watch it, I put in a request that the chat is open. So you guys can come communicate in there as well. Buffalo, Winnipeg, 6.5 over. Yes. Yes. Bet it. Yes.
Cavaliers, Pistons, under 221.5. This goes back to my favorite bet with Cleveland.
What?
Cleveland at home against the Eastern Conference opponent.
Has this been ringing true so far this season too? Or this was a last year thing?
Last year and this year. I've only bet it once, Cleveland against the Knicks, but number was 224.5. It was 221.5 when I bet it last night. What is it now? Like 220?
220.5, pretty much painted.
Yeah. So it's going down.
Whew. Good luck. I think you booked this. I don't know. I mean, I like the Cleveland angle. I don't like the Pistons angle. This is one I think Cleveland may just score a lot of points, push the game over. It's going to be hard, but I like over.
Every NBA total's hard.
Some aren't.
None of them are all that easy. They're always a sweat for me.
I don't know. They're getting better. The numbers by Christmas, the totals, it's not the free money that a lot of it is, especially the college basketball totals.
Yeah, right.
Completely off.
Oregon State laid 1.5.
Saturday. Bet it.
Okay.
I think they win.
Georgia laying 10.5.
Chalky. Lay it. Yes. Bet it.
It's a chalky week. Bills laying 7.
Oh, book it. I think the Jets keep it close. I actually think they're live to win the game.
Do not. One of my teasers. I'll have multiple.
Multiple teaser week for you?
Yes, multiple. Cowboys, Dolphins.
Road Cowboys, you're good with this?
Biggest spreads. Yes.
Oh, that's the one that's going to get you.
They can't win by a touchdown against the Panthers. Give me a break. Come on.
They're going to win by 4. That's going to be the teaser buster.
Oh, gosh. All right. And then we're going under 43 Broncos on Sunday night.
Like it. I like this. I like this. Bet it. Yes.
Super chat questions to be answered. Bunch of them to run through here. Big business. You guys made Mrs. Business Day yesterday. Thank you for her birthday. Jeff Banks said they got to run to a wedding. Love the BVB and all you Brigade. Trolls kick rocks. Have an incredible weekend, everybody. Jason Petty, should I get the Ravens at plus 800 to win the Super Bowl? Seems like the AFC is either Kansas City or Baltimore. I could hedge if they make the championship game.
Oh, if you think they're going to make the championship game, yes, you should.
I already
That
have
number's
a
only
Ravens,
coming
yeah.
down. I didn't look
Yeah.
who they play next week. Hold on, let me see. Baltimore Ravens next week play at the Chargers. 3-point favorite. Damn, if you think the Chargers have a shot at that game, you can wait because that number will come down a little bit.
Yeah, I already have the Ravens to win it all at 11-1, so I say yes.
That's good. Yeah, no. That's true. They're just totally dismissing the Dolphins. It's Kansas City, Baltimore, nobody else.
Yeah. By the way, 62% like the Chargers to win and cover.
Excellent.
Mikey Awesome says, fuck the haters, love the brigade. Remember who we are. Yep. JCPC the fourth, formally requesting a BVB hat once all the brigade OGs get theirs. Also, hashtag free Harbaugh or let his brother coach this weekend. Have a great weekend, Matt and Dave. Also get Sports Grid to reopen the live chat. Yes, we've done that. So we're doing it. Big business need to talk about RG3 begging for the Browns to go and get him. Yes, that did happen.
What?
On social media. Yep.
He did?
He did. Openly campaigning for Cleveland to sign him to play quarterback.
How's RG3's name?
Who the heck? I mean, RG3's been calling football games for the last 2 years. Like, what are we doing? What are you talking about?
What
It's
the hell's
ridiculous.
Flacco been doing? How they fly Flacco?
Right. Adam says, every time Matthew Perrault says Ryan, Rivers, and Wentz, I have to call my therapist. Where are the Colt fans at? Fields over Verstappen at plus 175. Love the brigade. You actually betting F1?
I am not. I never have. I never will.
Nor will I. So everyone's like, Matt, you're going to bet it for this weekend, right? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's there. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not betting F1. I have no desire.
Oh, you froze. Wait. Hold on. That's a hell of a rant. Hold on. Snap your
I
fingers.
should be back now.
Hold on. Come back. No, let me cue you up again. Just
What? No, it's fine. No, I'm not betting. I'm not betting F1 again. I'm not betting F1. Sorry. Ain't happening. The Browns need to sign Vinny Testaverde, Shady says. That's great. Excuse me. Crunchy. Like Vasquez says in Aliens, let's rock. College football, Michigan laying 19.5 and the team total over. Yes or no, Dave?
Say that again.
Michigan minus 19.5 or they're in their team total over.
Oh, you can put that together? Contraire, mon frère. Not a lot of books will let you do it. If you can, that's called a correlated parlay. And yes.
Maryland team total over. It's against Ohio State.
No, Maryland's playing Michigan.
Oh, Michigan. Sorry. Yeah. So why not bet the over then?
I don't want that.
Let's bet the over. Ole Miss laying 37.5. They're playing Cupcake U.
Ooh.
Oregon State's laying 2 and Alt 9.5 at plus 300.
Oh, Crunchy. He's going for it. I like it. Okay.
Wow.
That's good.
Georgia State and LSU over 73.5.
Damn. That's all got to be LSU.
Right.
How many points is Georgia State going to score in that game?
Not many.
50
Detroit
to 24. That gets you over, though.
Detroit's laying 7.5.
Detroit's winning and covering against Chicago. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I really like Detroit this week.
Cowboys team total over 26.5.
Tough bet.
Okay. Tampa Bay and San Fran over 41.
Got to be.
And oh my God, I can't believe it. Denver minus 2.5.
It's on you to do that one. I think Minnesota covers. I think that's one of them. It'll be goofy game, tight. Minnesota covers.
Favorite thing about today is what?
This morning, I leave the house and my wife is downstairs working from home because she got an appointment this afternoon. I said, what are you doing here? She said, I'm working from home. I'm like, okay, at some point, can you tell me that like the day before, the night before, ever? Because I was completely caught off guard and surprised. Not that I'm downstairs or walking around with my junk hanging out, but I could have been.
Hello.
And then we would have had a little like back in the day title shot, but none of that happened. She's down there working on a keyboard, coming up with the email for the Brigade Proxy service and all this other stuff. And I said, I'd like to go get you something to eat for breakfast and a nice like Starbucks or something, whatever you like.
Oh.
So I did. And I got in the car right at the time of DJ Thump getting it going. And he got me going. And I'm going. And we're going. And he says, we got the DJ Thump birthday party tomorrow at the Palms. Free admission, free parking. Come down and meet me. Open the doors at 5:30. Party starts at 6. And come dressed. We're celebrating all the old hip hop. And come dressed ready to do that. Like you can come however you want. It ain't dress up time. It's just come and do. So I went to the LL Cool J concert with the LL hat and the sweatsuit. You know damn well. I come home with her stuff and said, either get a babysitter tomorrow or the kids are going to bowling with grandma by themselves because me and you and your friend Amber, who likes to go and shake her bootay, and we went to the LL Cool J concert and saw Salt and Pep and all this other stuff. I said, we're going to see DJ Thump. And she looks at me and she goes, there's seriously something wrong with you. I said, you're damn right. I said, I got to go meet DJ Thump. I know I'm fucking crazy, but I don't care. We're going to turn it out at the Palms tomorrow. If you ain't going, I'm going.
Palms birthday party, right? It's not. It's the Palms party, right? Because it turns 22 yesterday.
DJ Thump belated birthday party brought to you by the NFL Alumni Association.
What?
So if it's true about Jerry
sponsor.
Rice being his brother, Jerry may be there. There may be some dignitaries there. And you're damn well right. I'm going. If you're in Vegas, I'll meet you there. I'll be there 5:35, hat in hand, waiting to meet DJ Thump. So I call in, and apparently I got a direct line right to the studio. So he's in the mix, which means from 9 to 10, he'll grab a call, you call in. He answered the call. So I said to him, DJ Thump, you get me going every morning. I love what you do. I love your positivity. Thank you, bro. I will be at your party tomorrow. He said, what's your name? I said, Dave. I got a show. It's at Boston versus the Book on the YouTube. Find it. I'm going to tell everybody about the show on there. I've been talking about you for almost a year. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to give you a big hug. And he goes, you get your COVID shot, bro? And I said, no, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. And we started laughing. And, he said it jokingly. But
okay.
I cannot wait. My favorite thing about today is that I happen to be in the car. I wouldn't have been in the car if a wife wasn't home. I would have missed it. I heard it. I got a note written downstairs. DJ Thump party tomorrow at the Palms, 6 o'clock. I'll be there. Your turn.
My favorite thing about today, it's my favorite thing, but also I learned something a little bit crazy. So I got a chance to speak to Madeline's class, her 4th grade class today for Career Day. Had a chance to go down there and talk about BVB and talk about the Daily Jews, talk about UNLV. And so I didn't know what to describe myself as. So I went as a content creator. And you do your whole spiel, answering all the questions. And then I asked the kids a bunch of questions. And I'm like, how many of you guys want to be content creators? There's 25 kids in the class. How many raised their hand?
6.
20.
Whoa.
20 out of 25 said they want to be content creators.
Need them to be doctors and lawyers.
I went, okay, now they're 4th graders. Okay, so it's fine. But I was a little bit taken aback by it. I'm not going to lie. I was like, oh, okay. You all have some idea. One kid said to me that there is a kid. He's like, yeah, he's like, the 5th grader? I'm like, yeah. He's like, he has 250,000 subscribers on YouTube. I was like, okay, sure. You know how kids get that. It's a game of telephone, and like 25 turns into 250,000. It was awesome. But it's fun whenever you're talking to the kids, because now they really have personalities, and they have. And the last time I did this was in kindergarten for Madeline. It was much different type of questions. It was way more interactive. The kids were way more going back and forth, but it's always really nice to just see your daughter be proud and just kind of have that, like, that's my dad moment. And like, tell him about this, daddy. Tell him about this, daddy. Tell him about that, daddy. And like, just going ahead and, kind of spurring. She likes to talk a little bit too much. She wanted to come up with me a little bit too much. And I was like, Madeline, like, you got to sit down. But it's nice, because that wasn't the relationship I had with my parents. My mom and dad never came to my school. They never came to Career Day. They never talked to my class. So whenever Maddie asks me to do it, I'm always going to do it. I'm always going to be there. And it's worth every bit of it for 30 minutes to go in there and have a conversation and just watch her face and watch her get red and embarrassed and like be proud at the same time that that's her dad. So that's already my favorite thing about today, that it's always cool to give back to the kids and be around and see what the new generation is going to be, which unfortunately is they want to be content creators.
Listen, you tell her, I mean, you know, I've told mine because she said the same thing. I said, it's hard, but you can try it. The best thing that has happened to me since getting older and having Kendall is that I'm open. Tell me what you want to do. I'll
Right.
help you do it, but know that it doesn't always work.
Right.
Have a backup plan, have an out, just like in the book. You got to have multiple outs.
Yep.
You got to see things that maybe, you know, I've seen things. I might see things differently, but I listen. These kids teach me something every day, man. It's fun. Every Saturday after we get through with the picks, and we're just watching those two interact is fun. Like
is,
you're just
yeah.
seeing the bowling situation and all this other stuff. And like
Yeah, it's nice.
the energy that little Bostonian gets sometimes after, like, we're all had a long day. She's still running on 90.
Yep.
It's
and
incredible.
she loves that nickname you gave her because like it's on the side of the hat. So we brought her hat that she created. It says Little Bostonian. She brought that in. She stood up. She said, "That's me. That's me." She's like, "That's see the B on my dad's hat. He's the Bostonian. I'm the Little Bostonian."
It's the best.
And like, she's like, "Tell them what the show is about." I'm like, "Madeline, it's about sports." She's like, "No, it's not. It's about sports gambling." I was like, "I'm not." I was like, "Maddie, it's fourth grade. Like, I like when you get older, you can watch the show." Like she's like, "Put the show up on the screen." I'm like, "No, like the language is not really all that appropriate for a fourth grade class. I can't even put on like a YouTube short because half the time I'm saying fuck. So like it would look really bad. So like I'm like, I can't do that." She's like, "Why not?" I'm like, "Maddie, it's a 21 plus show. Like it's meant for adults. It's not meant for kids." But like we talk about sports, is what we talk about. So
but it's a good thing though. Like when I go in and like we start talking to the teachers and stuff, or Kendall will start talking to you. What's your dad do? He does shows about sports and gambling, and like the teachers be like, "You watched a lot of football?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Well, who do you like this weekend?"
Oh God.
Right, here we go.
No, thank goodness. No, I didn't get that question. Thank
Oh.
goodness. But her teacher is a big Michigan fan.
Oh,
So she was
okay.
like, "What do you make of what's going on with Coach?" And one kid had a Michigan State sweatshirt on, and she was like, "She's a Michigan State fan. She had the gall to walk in here in Michigan State gear because today was college day, so you could wear whatever college you wanted to wear." So
awesome.
she was like, "It's a lot of Michigan State and Ohio State stuff running around school today."
There are a lot of Ohio State people around.
Yeah, Midwest.
They're all
people.
breaking it out. It's going to be tremendous next week. The lead up to this game next week is going to be fantastic.
And he can prep. Harbaugh can be there. He can prep the whole time, which is unbleeping believable. If you guys didn't catch enough of this, you guys in 3 hours can go to Sports Grid and hear Dave and I do the exact same stuff that we just did, just in a different format with more graphics and more things to do on Sports Grid coming up for in-game live primetime tonight here on Sports Grid. You guys can see that coming up here this week. Thank you for being here. Like, subscribe, leave a review, all the fun stuff. We'll talk to you on Monday for another episode of the Bostonian versus the Book. Dave, Matt, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you later.